Hey, and we're live. Welcome to episode 12 of the Cookout.
What's up?
What's going on, everybody?
Y'all?
Once again, we're back another week, another day, another Saturday, another beautiful Saturday. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna start with Imani. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I am blessed. I am happy to be here. I am remaining positive. We've had a rough week, and I'm just trying my best to smile.
I hear that. JBM.
Holding up, man. We've got protests going on downtown right now.
Got protests.
Based on the news from earlier this week.
Yeah, the live streaming it.
Yeah, live streaming it for Raleigh downtown. I'm pretty. There's probably a lot of those going on around the country.
I was downtown earlier, and businesses are boarding up in preparation. Because last time it didn't go so well.
I hear that. Mark, special guest tonight. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. What's up? I'm just chilling.
It's just chilling.
Yeah, I ate dinner beforehand, so I'm good now.
That's a good thing. I think that's you want to be fed and hydrated before you hop on.
You don't want those
show.
2-hour episodes, and then you haven't ate dinner until
over there hungry. Yeah. Eating late is not healthy. It's not good for you.
Mark, I'm digging the head wrap. It's giving bag lady.
Thank you.
Man,
you're welcome.
Everybody,
grow more hair, you start buying more things. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of hair now, so you start buying a lot more things for your hair.
Listen, I got the hair product collection of a lifetime. 45,000 head scarves, 1 million combs, but 0 pins and hair ties. I don't know where those go.
Yeah. Luke could not join us tonight. He is on date night. You know, that's okay. Very important. So, you know, gotta handle that. Gotta be there for your significant other. Y'all gotta have quality time.
I can't
I'm
tell
just
you.
letting people know.
Readily.
I'm just letting people know where he at. That's all.
His
people be concerned.
I'm not telling you nothing.
People be concerned. That's all. I'm just letting the people know that he's okay. He's handling business. He's doing his thing. But anyway, so we got a jam-packed show today. We're gonna talk about the Emmys, the historic night that the Emmys had. Yeah, that's a fly cup. Where did you get that from?
That's a dumbbell.
An Amazon purchase. You know, just in case you need to stay hydrated, but also get your gains.
I was about to say, yeah. How much? How much?
Honestly, I don't even know.
That's what I say. Because I mean, you could have like 5 pounds of water weight in there, and that's actually a workout if it's full. You know what I'm saying? Got a 5 pound dumbbell.
How much is in there? I have no idea.
Hey, Ma. Oh, you know, that's a great question. We'll get into that a little bit later. But you know, we got a thing happening at the end of the week. I'm gonna talk about a little bit later. Before we do this, got to do the show rundown though, real quick. So, yes, tonight, Emmys, big night last week at the Emmys. The most African American wins in the history of the Emmys.
They won most of their awards, yeah.
It was amazing. Good. We're gonna talk about those winners, what they won, and also on the docket, we got a WandaVision trailer. That was an actual trailer, longer than the teaser that we got. I think we got a teaser like, goodness gracious, a couple of years ago. I want to say at Comic-Con, I think, or Disney or D23. Yeah. It was a while ago. It was literally a tease. It was like hardly anything. So we got a little bit more detail on that, and then we got some more delays due to COVID, which is to be expected. And then we got Lovecraft Country. But anyways, let's hop right into this. I'm going to share my screen, and this is from Essence magazine. They did a good job. They actually highlighted each of the award winners from last week. If I can get through the ads. Okay. So we got Maya Rudolph, who for her portrayal of Senator Kamala Harris on Saturday Night Live, which took the internet by storm. I think a lot of people were talking about that performance.
Definitely. And she'll get to do it again in November, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. That it is. I think is Eddie Murphy coming back to host? Who's hosting?
Next Saturday they'll have Chris Rock and
Chris Rock. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and Meg Thee Stallion. I didn't know
And
Meg
Meg
was
Thee
co-hosting. That's awesome.
As she should be. Well, not co-hosting. She's the performer.
She's performing. Oh, okay, got you. Then Eddie Murphy for winning Outstanding Guest Actor in the Comedy Series for hosting Saturday Night Live. Well deserved. That was a great episode. I saw that. Did anybody else see this episode?
Yeah, I saw that one. That was cool.
Yeah,
I
that was
did,
cool.
but Dave Chappelle's episode is still my favorite.
Dave,
Yeah, I think I missed that episode also. The one with Eddie Murphy.
He brought everybody
when
out.
he hosted, yeah, he brought everybody out. It was like highly recommend. It's definitely on YouTube. I definitely recommend everybody go check that out.
I think that was last year's Christmas episode.
It's been
Yes,
so long
it was.
since I've seen an SNL episode.
This is a really good sketch.
Okay.
Victoria Thomas for casting in a limited series for The Watchmen, which great choice because the cast in that show was phenomenal. She did a really good job on that.
Watchmen cleaned up too.
Yeah, they cleaned house, man. They took home.
Yeah. What all did they win?
That's a great question.
You'll see.
It might be in this article.
It might be. Yeah, it should be.
Bring it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Mahershala Ali and his lovely wife, I believe. Yeah, that's his wife. Amadeus, I want to say. I may have butchered that. For Outstanding Children's Program, We Are the Dream, the kids of the Oakland MLK Oratorical Fest. Wow. HBO. Has anybody seen this?
No.
I'm gonna
I
check
have
that
not.
out because this is on HBO. That's something I should definitely check out because I've got HBO Max, so
Wow.
Great.
it should be up there.
Watchmen picked up 11 Emmys.
Ooh,
Yeah, they cleaned
Mhm.
house.
that's the first like superhero show to do so, right?
I want to, yeah,
Yeah, I want to say that's what I heard. Yeah, it's
TV,
lit.
yeah, for TV, yeah. Which is all. I mean, it's well
I mean, it was
deserved
good.
too.
Yeah, it
Like
was really good.
it was well deserved. Dave Chappelle, for outstanding writing for a variety special for pinning Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones on Netflix. Definitely recommend people go check that out if you haven't seen it. Classic Dave Chappelle, dude does not miss.
Also, something people may not know: Dave Chappelle won the Mark Twain Award for comedy, and there's a little mini, not a documentary, but just a filming of the event and everybody who was there, and it's really nice. That's also on Netflix. They didn't really announce that; it just happened.
Yeah, they dropped it on Netflix. Definitely recommend checking this out. This is actually a screen cap from that award show and ceremony. It was hilarious. It was great.
It was good.
It was
I
wonderful.
have that to my list. I haven't watched it yet, though.
Yeah, definitely go check that out, bro. Anything Dave Chappelle, go check it out. if Dave's in it, go check it out. RuPaul for winning outstanding host for a reality or competition program for RuPaul's Drag Race. Has anybody watched that on
I always catch it after, or I catch the seasons afterwards, or I kill it on YouTube.
How many seasons has that been going? Because it's been running strong.
They do more than one a year. I know that. I couldn't even tell you, but they're over 9. And then they've had so many seasons that they've had past people come back, and then they have secondary shows. Some of the queens have actually gotten their own shows off of it. It's lit. And I believe it's on VH1 now.
Yeah, that show is highly successful. I mean, it's had a very, very long run.
Yeah.
It took home 6 Emmys.
RuPaul's Drag Race. Nice. And finally, Stan Lathan, long-standing legend within Hollywood, gets his. I think this is his first Emmy win.
Just do.
Which, if you watched Dave Chappelle, I think that was on his. I want to say his Instagram account. He did a reaction to winning the award live, I think, from his ranch, wherever that is. I think in Ohio or wherever. If you haven't seen that, that was hilarious because the critics basically bashed him for Sticks and Stones, said he lost his edge, he isn't funny anymore, and all this, and ends up taking home the Emmy, and he puts it in their face, and I loved it. It was great. Go definitely go check that out, that video. But he does call out Stan Lathan for winning, and in that he says that this is his first win. And Stan Lathan, his portfolio is stacked. Like this dude should have had an Emmy. It should not have taken that long for him to win an Emmy.
Can I also just tell y'all that for the Emmys, usually there's just one award because they're all in a room together. But this year, since it was done from home and everybody was social distancing, the Emmys sent an intern with a physical Emmy statue to every single nominee's house. And those people stood outside the house with the Emmy or outside the window. And if you won it, you would just go grab it. And if you lost, they waved goodbye to you.
Oh man,
I mean, you did not get, and they walked away.
Dang.
So like
all the losers, they felt extra loserish.
Dang, bro.
The wild thing too.
I would hate that.
I thought that they were all in a hotel somewhere in Hollywood, and that's how they were getting people to Emmys. But they were home. That's crazy. Why didn't they just do that? They couldn't have got a hotel and had everyone, all the nominees, stay in the hotel.
Or even, do they need the Emmys to do their speeches? Why couldn't they just mail it to them?
Or if they lost, why'd y'all send somebody over there? You knew they lost.
But that's where the suspense is, though. But that's where that's a waste of money because
they could send
it would have made more sense. But it would have made more sense logistically. Yeah. Logistically, it would have made more sense if they just got a hotel in Hollywood, just rented the whole thing out, and then had all of the nominees stay at that hotel. And then the interns that you hired to go to everybody's houses is just at the hotel, and they run the Emmys to the people's rooms. Like that would have made more logistical sense to me.
One thing about Hollywood, it's not going to make sense.
And also, those people don't want to be in a hotel room.
Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Lowe?
These people are millionaires. They're like, why don't you go in a hotel room?
I also got to shout out my cousin Belinda. She is home watching and recovering.
No!
So happy to know that you're home and watching this. Yeah. Love you so much. Thank you for continuing to support. Been praying for you. We'll continue to pray for you. We shouted you out last episode. We're gonna continue shouting you out. Yeah, and I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you. Stay strong. Stay strong. Anyway, so let's get back to this. I want to call, actually, I'm gonna go back to Stan Lathan real quick because I'm gonna run through this dude's IMDb accolades.
Mandalorian took home 7 Emmys.
Yeah, that was another big one. So he produced Sticks and Stones for Dave Chappelle. He's also done Def Comedy Jam, Def Poetry Jam. He's produced a lot of Dave Chappelle specials. The Steve Harvey Show, the Bernie Mac Show, Moesha, Rosie O'Donnell. Like Apollo Hall of Fame, Gary Shandling Show.
Apollo Hall of Fame. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's done some ABC after school specials. He's done Sanford and Son.
Good Times.
Did he do Good Times? I think he did. No, I don't see that on here.
Thought he did Good Times.
How you not have an Emmy before?
You're a little too young for that.
Yeah, he's Better Days, Falcon Crest, Hill Street Blues, Uncle Tom's Cabin, Frank's Place, The Child Saver, A Fine Romance, A Man Called Hawk, Heart and Soul, True Colors, Good Sports, Private Times, Martin. See, and the list goes on. I believe he did some episodes of Sesame Street. Like he's been around the block 2-3 times. Like he should have been had an Emmy. But I digress. We're happy for him that he's finally got his just due. Next on the list is Ron. Is Cephas Jones? Ron Cephas Jones. He and his daughter took home Emmys that night. I think that's the first father-daughter duo to take home Emmys on the same night.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. So that was dope. Araxi Lindsay for hair and outstanding contemporary hairstyling on Blackish.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a lot of below
Last Dance.
the
Yeah.
line wins too. So yeah, Michael Jordan's Last Dance. Michael Jordan took home an Emmy, getting
Yeah,
more
that was
awards.
so good, man.
That was a good
so
documentary.
That was a great documentary, bro.
Came
Well
at a perfect
deserved.
time.
That was so
Well
good.
deserved. The documentary was great. The timing was great. Like everything was great. Once again, MJ. Ricky Minor for outstanding music direction for his work at the Kennedy Center House of Honor. So I believe this is for Dave Chappelle's. I want to say, well, it may not be. I probably need to double check that. It might be for Dave Chappelle Award, the Mark Twain Award ceremony.
Yeah, because I think that was at the Kennedy Center.
It was at the Kennedy Center, so that's why I'm thinking that's what that is for. HBO documentary The Apollo, directed by Roger Ross Williams and produced by Lisa Cortez, both African American. So that's dope. Ass fire. Lawrence Fishburne takes home an Emmy for Free Ray Shaw. Has anybody seen this?
No,
I heard about it though.
I've seen a lot of commercials and I've also seen a lot of reviews for stuff on Quibi. Quibi is a streaming service that has short films. They only show short films. I also think they have
They got
few
TV shows too.
Yeah, like I think the new seasons of Reno 911 are also going to be on Quibi. But all of the short films I've heard are great. There's a lot of stars on there, and you know, I'm sick and tired of all the streaming services, but I'm feeling a little bit left out on Quibi, and I think I need.
I was thinking about.
Yeah, I've heard of
about
Quibi.
getting a free trial on that.
I've heard of Quibi. I don't have no idea what they have as a platform to offer.
The majority, well, they started out as just having their own short film content. I think there's other stuff on there, I don't know, but they promote their short films, and then I've also the new Reno 911 seasons are going to be on there too. I think 2 new seasons.
Yeah, Reno 911 is why I want to get the free trial. I'm thinking about getting the free trial just for that. Jasmine
Cephas Jones mentioned earlier, winning with her father for Free Ray Shaw. So this is. Yeah, so she and Lawrence Fishburne. In this Quibi short drama. Maya Rudolph. For a voiceover work on Big Mouth on Netflix. Go ahead. Bubble bath.
You don't watch the show?
Oh God, yeah. So if you don't watch Big Mouth on Netflix, you wouldn't get that reference. But that was a good impression. I'll say that.
I practiced.
She was also good.
We can tell.
She was also good on the Good Place.
Connie,
on the Good Place.
The last few seasons of the Good Place. She was playing God. She was playing God on the Good Place.
She's great in everything she's in.
Yeah, and Monty, do you want to talk a little bit about her character on Big Mouth?
That might be hard because Big Mouth is just the show itself is okay. So the show Big Mouth surrounds a bunch of kids. Are they in middle school? Or are they in high school?
They're in their adolescence. They're just
like
hitting puberty.
Going through puberty, just about to go through puberty, and the show follows them and what they're going through, their hormones, how their hormones are changing their bodies, and Maya Rudolph plays the hormone monstress. So every kid is assigned a hormone monster, and she is the hormone monstress for some of the girls on the show. So basically, if a young lady is that time of the month and she's feeling enraged or she's not happy, the hormone monster is basically telling her how to react. So if it's time to turn up, the hormone monster is definitely fanning the flames of anger. And then if you're feeling sad, the hormone monster will make you cry and curl up into a ball. loves taking bubble baths.
There you have it. There's the hormone monster. Okay, next up we got Labyrinth, who wins outstanding original music and lyrics for All of Us in Euphoria. Euphoria, I believe, took home a lot of awards.
It's a good show too.
It did.
Euphoria took home 3 Emmys.
Took home 3. Well, they got the big one of the night for sure. We'll get to that.
Most
And
definitely.
the music he made for that was pretty good too.
HBO as a network took home 30. So
That's no surprises though. I mean, they were on a roll this year.
Thank you, Nafisa.
They were on a roll.
yeah.
Regina King, outstanding lead actress in a limited series or a movie for her role in HBO's Watchmen. If you have not seen The Watchmen, I have no idea what you're doing. If you have HBO or HBO Max or both and you haven't seen this series, I don't know what you're doing.
Can I just say that Regina King has either won Best Lead Actress for a limited series or movie, or just Best Actress in an outstanding drama series for 5 out of the last 6 years. So this has been her season. I think there's only one. I think she did not win in 2016, or she didn't win in 2017, but she has won 5 out of the last 6 years. And I hope she keeps winning.
That's an amazing run. Yes, absolutely. And I'm gonna add this.
They keep putting her in good shows, bro.
I'll take Lady Knight over Batman.
They keep putting her in good shows. What's the other one?
Nah.
The Leftovers. The Leftovers. She's in Leftovers too, which is also on HBO.
Nice. You know, Mrs. Cooper, I was thinking that.
That's an interesting
also,
take.
We've gone through so much this year that I think we got to celebrate it and see them in their homes with their families and the people who really love them. To me, that was more exciting. So I'm cool with it. We already know next year is not going to be the same way.
Yeah, I agree with that take. I feel like because of COVID, people had time to sit down and watch all these amazing shows and see all of this. Because what else you got to do, really? You've been stuck in the house for months.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen most of everything on HBO and all these streaming platforms by this point. So, yeah, I think we can look at it in a good light, positive light too. Put some positive spin on that.
Sorry, Coop. If it goes back the other way next year, then we know that they're just not watching.
That's true. Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, absolutely. I want to see how next year goes. That's the question. So Cord Jefferson, I'm assuming I guess that's how you pronounce it. Cord wins an Emmy for outstanding writing for a limited series, movie, or dramatic special for his episode of The Watchmen.
I wish I knew.
Wonder what his episode is. Does it say?
Mm-mm.
No,
it's probably on IMDb.
Yeah.
Uzo Aduba, I think I'm saying that correctly. Wins for supporting actress in a limited series or movie for her role as Shirley Chisholm in Miss America.
Mrs. America.
Yeah, that was the thing, but she looks so great. I kind of want to watch the show just to see this.
I heard about that show. It's on it's on Hulu. I didn't know. I saw it that was on FX. I see ads for it all the time.
Yeah, so if anybody in the chat has seen this show, because I haven't seen this, Julian, have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so anybody in the chat seen this, let us know. No, definitely have to check it out.
So Cord Jefferson wrote episode 6, The Hooded Justice.
That's the past episode. That was
flashback.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah, that was flashback.
That was a great one.
Yahya Abdul Mateen II. That's a name right there.
Mr. Manhattan.
Mr. Manhattan, where he's been all over the place. Wasn't he in the Get Down?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, okay.
He was in something else that I saw.
He's been on a roll.
Get Down too.
He's been in a lot of movies.
I really enjoyed that series, man. I wish they didn't cancel that junk.
Yeah.
You said he was in what?
He was in Aquaman.
He was. Yeah, he was.
Aquaman.
Manta
Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he gets his first Emmy win for outstanding supporting actor in a limited series or movie for The Watchmen.
His video of when he found out he got the nomination is the epitome of Black boy joy. He was very happy.
What's that? Oh yeah, no. So the reaction videos, those reaction videos are really good. I didn't see all of them. I didn't see his. I saw Zendaya, and I saw Regina King, but I think those are the only two I actually saw.
Watchmen.
Of course, The Watchmen wins, taking home the big sweeping for the night. And then number 22 is this last? Nope. Okay.
Best lead actress. Yeah.
Best lead actress. in a drama for Euphoria, and at 24, she is the youngest female to do so, or is it youngest person?
Youngest actress to win that role, yeah.
Yeah, youngest person.
Period.
Yeah, she had a really
Person,
great
period.
performance in Euphoria. Have y'all seen that?
Yeah,
I
I
have
watched that
not
show.
finished it.
I haven't, because I don't know if I felt like watching a whole bunch of high school kids do drugs. That's the only reason why I didn't watch it.
It's only one of them doing
It's
drugs.
only a couple of them doing drugs.
Each of them have their own thing.
Yeah.
Issues.
Yeah.
But
So,
it's like,
have you seen
it's like really high school, like
Yeah.
really high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a synopsis. Tell us what we
You
got to
got
look
that
forward
one,
to in
Mark.
that series.
Well, Rue she's coming out of rehab because she had an overdose, and it was very traumatic because her younger sister witnessed it. So that's basically her relationship, and her mom is also dealing with it. Like, is very mad at her for overdosing in front of her daughter, and her dad died recently, and so she has a white dad in there too. Well, it's not really a spoiler. I mean, you know that from the beginning of the first episode if you watch it. And then you have a new girl comes in town, and they become Rue and the new girl become best friends, and she is like a whole different type of personality that anyone's never seen in that city, the little town that they're in. And then you get introduced along the way to like their little outside group of friends. They're not really friends, but they become closer as the series goes along. And each of them have their own little thing. But it really revolves around Rue and her point of view from all these people.
And
Like she is the narrator of the show.
Rue is played by Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish the series. I like it. I like it. I have.
It's really good.
It.
The cinematography is great too. Like,
yeah,
I just like the way
I
it's
was
shot.
keeping that too.
This is really good,
Yeah.
and the
Well
music's
deserved.
great too. The music, it plays a huge part of it, I think.
I would
Well
agree.
deserved. I'm also looking forward to her performance in Dune.
If you actually read the name of the episodes in that, each of it's like a hip hop song. Like Made You Look, Nas is one of them. Stunt Like My Daddy was another episode name, and each episode follows a character of the series. So like you get introduced to Rue, and then the next episode is another character, and then another character, then another character. But other character stories are still going along within that. But it's just like, okay, this episode is going to be about this one character, and so you see a different. Yeah, it's a really good show.
Yep.
But that music is important because they do use like each episode is like a name of a rap song.
Well, Nafisa is co-signing, saying it is a must-see. So we will take all of your words for it, and I hope everybody watching does. And if you have HBO Max, definitely go check that out.
It's a Gen Z version of like high school.
Degrassi.
Yeah, it's something like
it's like a rated R version of Degrassi.
It's kind of you kind of relate it to like our high school experiences, but they're like it's Gen Z, so it's different. It's not millennial high school. It's different. I'm like, wow. It's like
it's not millennial high school.
It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. But they're talking about having like shooting drills in their high school and stuff.
Oh yeah, we ain't had none of those.
We ain't had none of that.
Yeah, we ain't had none of those.
And then like the first episode, you learned.
Bro, we didn't even have bomb threat drills, but we had a lot of those. I don't know why we had
the first episode.
Threats.
She was born a day before 9/11, and so like that. And that's how the episode starts. That's the first episode. It starts with that, and you're like, "Oh, dang!" So everything off of that is just like, "Okay, these are different people."
Real quick,
yeah, we had fire drills and bomb threats,
tornado drills, yeah,
and tornado drills.
JBM, say Degrassi one more time.
Degrassi.
That's not what you said. You said Degrassi.
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 Degrassi, tomato.
Yeah, so sounds like there was
nothing like my high school. Exactly.
There's a generational gap in the high school experiences, but it's still relatable.
And like the smartphones that they have, we had cell phones, but we didn't have like the.
Bro, okay, so we had touch screens.
Touch
screens came around like
they were introduced.
High school.
Yeah, they were being introduced, but we didn't have all the different social media apps like.
Yeah, we had that.
Few of them.
Twitter just
introduced to it.
We had MySpace, Facebook.
Yeah, we were getting introduced to these new
Twitter.
ones.
Twitter was new.
They're in it. I mean, they're in it, and it plays a big role in like their lives in high
I
school.
got my first iPhone freshman year at A&T.
Me too.
When did I get my first iPhone? Yeah, it was in college
too.
when I got my first
in
iPhone.
college.
I had my first smartphone
I had a
in
Galaxy.
2016.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he was team flip phone for a hot minute.
I got a flip phone for a minute.
He was team flip phone for a hot minute, bro.
Yikes.
And then, last but not least, Tyler Perry winning the Primetime Emmy Governors Awards, and he hit billionaire status this year. I do believe that was this year in 2020.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, man, that's what a story he's had from homeless to billionaire. That's living out his car. That's definitely inspirational.
Yes, it is.
I think that's the end of the list, but I'm pretty sure there were some. These were like the major awards, but there were some minor awards that were won too. So maybe y'all could look, not us, but in your pastimes, y'all could look up another list. But I'm pretty sure Insecure won an award for lighting. I'm pretty sure I saw that. So there were probably some minor awards that were won too. Which that Insecure lighting award was well deserved.
I think that list was they were just calling out all of the
majors,
the actors. I think
the African American actors that won. So yeah, those shows may have. So a lot of those shows won a lot more awards than that. But like this Essence article is just highlighting who were the African American winners for the night, which is great. Oh yeah, so yeah, that was the Emmy night, man.
Big night,
big night,
big wins,
big wins all around. So that was very positive for a interesting week that was to come in the news. Next up on the docket, guys, Wandavision.
What is going on with Wandavision?
I don't know, but it looks dope. I want to see it.
Yes. So
I have no clue what it is.
Has everyone seen the trailer? Everyone seen the trailer in the chat?
Yes.
All right, everybody in the audience, have y'all seen the WandaVision trailer? Let us know. But we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Monty, thoughts?
The show looks weird. That's the best word that I have to describe what's gonna be happening. If anything, I'm not so much excited about the show as I am Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Is that what it is? The Multiverse of Madness, because of whatever she's gonna cause on the show is gonna cause a lot of problems elsewhere, and I'm excited to see the results of that. But I am still excited for the show, and I will be watching.
Oh, is she's making effects like that?
Yeah. Bruh, yeah, Wanda is one of the most powerful characters in Marvel. But
Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch.
The Scarlet Witch.
She can change universes or affect universes.
She affects reality. No, she has power. She has power over reality.
Yeah, all I know about Scarlet Witch is from the Marvel movie, so I don't know much about it. But I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, this kind of reminds me, like, I feel like they're gonna tell the story the same way, kind of like Watchmen. They're just gonna show some stuff, and you just gotta figure it out along the way.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
I mean, she's
do that.
Yeah. So like,
all of a sudden we're gonna be in the 60s, and they're gonna be black and white. Like, I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, she's doing a lot of. All of this is happening in her mind, but because she's so powerful, like a lot of it's bleeding into actual reality. Like, these are her fantasies. This is all stuff going on in her headspace, but she's so powerful that it's bleeding into actual reality. And so like you'll see some crossovers. That's where the Doctor Strange possible involvement with the Multiverse of Madness. It's been rumored that there's some crossover between this show and that movie. This show is going to be the foundation for Phase 4, so it's a must-watch if you want to.
For the Marvel TV series or the movies too.
There is
all
of Phase 4. Yes, all Phase 4.
Because I know they're coming out with a lot of shows. I just heard that.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. So
Samuel L. Jackson signed up for Nick Fury and
Nick Fury. Yeah, Nick Fury. He's getting his own show. But a lot of, and I think through that Nick Fury show, that I think they're going to set up Sword, which is the replacement of Shield. On the Nick Fury show.
Spawn a whole nother.
The Den of
series.
Nerds, they've been doing some great breakdowns over there on that YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys watch that. I definitely recommend it. I watch Den of Nerds. I'm subscribed. Big fan of theirs. What they're doing over there on that channel.
Shout out to
But they,
Den of Nerds.
yeah, shout out to the Den. Shout out to Josh. But they've been doing a lot of great breakdowns and just cliff note versions of WandaVision, speculation, understanding like what's the relationship between the comics and what could potentially happen in the series. But yeah, there's some possible Fantastic Four tie-ins and X-Men tie-ins. Possibility that they may reveal that she's a mutant for the first time in this series. Because before the Fox acquisition, they could not say mutants because Fox owned that. So now that Disney owns Fox and the X-Men properties, once again, now they can start saying mutants and introducing mutants into the show. There's possibilities that either through the Strange multiverse show or this WandaVision show that we get different versions of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four from different multiverses, different versions of Iron Man, different versions of all of the superheroes. Like it could be really, really interesting how they play this show. But yeah, it is going to be mind warping, to say the least. Should be fun though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited that this seems like the first show series, like comic book series, that's going to relate to the films. Like, even though they say that the Netflix shows were in the MCU, we saw no crossover. We saw no direct anything come from the shows to the films. And then you could even compare it to DC and all of the shows that are on the CW. They even use a completely different Flash. And as of right now, although Ezra Miller has been on the Flash TV show, there's just still no cohesion between what's going on over there. So I'm excited that we're now going to have shows and films that are directly relating to one another.
Well, speaking of the Ezra Miller Flash, that's going to change pretty soon for the DC side, because the Flashpoint movie is supposed to tie all of these ends together. It's supposed to connect all of those universes. Because I know
it's going to do it successfully.
They did Flash. I mean, well, that's been DC's Achilles heel to this point, is actually making something that people enjoy. But yeah, so there's also rumor that the WandaVision and the Multiverse of Madness and all that it's stealing. Well, Kevin Feige's been stealing some ideas from the Flashpoint movie on as far as execution goes.
How does it go?
James Gunn and Josh Whedon, basically.
Oh, they're just stealing secrets?
Yeah, they've been working on the projects, but they're close. They got close connections with Feige, and it's a rumor. It's a rumor that they've been feeding some behind the scenes information to Feige as far as how DC is moving.
But everybody I heard, they said they love the Flash character in the DC universe, the current one they have now.
I like the TV version Flash better than I like the.
Oh, really?
Yeah. CW Flash.
I like CW
like the movie
Flash
version of it.
He's the Flash, man.
Yeah, CW Flash is the dude. Like he's definitely Flash. I like that series. I honestly like the CW shows more than I like what the cinematic universe that DC has been fumbling over the past few years. Get to the comment sections. OG Coop, what's going on?
Up?
Good to see you, sir. But yeah, I also I want to comment too on the Netflix show thing, because the only reason why those shows aren't connected is because Kevin Feige and the showrunner of the Netflix stuff over at Marvel, they did not get along and they did not see the eye to eye behind the scenes.
And it showed.
It definitely showed.
And this is for which ones?
Like Luke Cage,
Netflix. Yeah, all the Netflix Marvel shows. The Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Daredevil, and the Defenders.
And the Punisher.
Yeah. So like
we deserve to know whether or not Luke Cage survived the snap. And we'll probably never know, because they're stupid.
Yeah, so I mean, they wanted the shows to be connected to the MCU, but that showrunner and Kevin Feige didn't see eye to eye, and basically Kevin Feige has the clout over there at Marvel and Disney because of I mean, it's earned
Ego,
the success that he's
ego
had.
got away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's his, as far as he's the creative director for the MCU, and so it's his vision, and if it's not aligned with his vision, then he's not doing it. Understandably, that's a tight ship he's got to run over there. So
A little bit of ego.
I mean,
You make the money, man.
hey, listen, he bringing it. The fans love the films, and it's highly successful. So he's earned it, as far as I'm concerned. But that's been fixed because now all that's now on Disney Plus, and I think they got a new showrunner for the Disney Plus shows. And so I guess they have the guy who was doing the Netflix stuff isn't involved, I don't believe, anymore. But yeah, so now going forward, the TV shows and the movies are all going to be connected, all going to be part of the same universe. But yeah. Anybody else? Any comments from the comment section? Did y'all see the trailer? What are your thoughts about it? We want to hear from you. Anything in addition, guys? Ladies? Lady? What's that?
And that WandaVision, was that I Love Lucy references?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're going to see a lot of like sitcom references from different eras on the show because it's kind of looking like she's framing it as a TV show.
Yeah, in her head.
A TV show within a show. Yeah. She's basically dreaming through things that she has seen on TV.
She has not accepted the fact that Vision is dead. Because he died before the snap.
Yeah,
and so she in her head, like she's got
that was what was confusing to me
issues.
because I was seeing him in there and I was like, okay,
yeah, because this is post. This is post the snap.
Right after the snap and before Endgame.
Gotcha.
No,
this is after Endgame, right?
Yeah, I think this is after Endgame.
Okay.
This is like all because everybody else brought back during Endgame. Vision was not one of those characters because he was killed before the snap. So he's really, really dead, and she's having a hard time adjusting.
She's having more than a hard time. She's having a full-on mental breakdown. Her mind at this point, she is sick in the head and it is affecting reality.
Yes, it's so bad that it is now affecting reality. Like, so it's no longer in her head anymore. And that's where it's rumored that Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury and his show will tie into this, as well as Sword. And then Doctor Strange 2 is also tied to it, because I think that there is a villain that is also like playing a part of this. It's also feeding into her mental crisis, and that's where Doctor Strange comes into play, because it's more like it's on the magic side, and I think they team up in the Multiverse of Madness to defeat this villain. But I think she's got to get through her issues, which is what that show is about, before that all happens. So it's going to be interesting, this Phase 4 stuff.
You think it's going to be a limited series? They're going to have multiple seasons for it?
I don't know. That's a good question. Miniseries. So
okay, that's what I was thinking. Can't have multiple seasons with that. Got to wrap up at some point.
Yeah.
yeah. It's going to be a miniseries. Yep.
Let's get into these delays.
So now we got some more delays coming from the Marvel side of things. It was announced that the Eternals, Black Widow, and who else? Lost my notes. Shang-Chi have all been pushed back to 2021. Not surprised, but I'm not surprised by that move. After the box office just hasn't been performing up to everyone's expectations over there in Hollywood. So I'm not surprised by them pushing back those release dates. The Mulan thing, to me, there's been some people have been saying that Disney inflated their numbers, and it's actually lower than what they've said. Like, I've heard like it's like it's less than 100 million.
Yeah, I heard they were lying.
Worldwide?
They were originally claimed that they made like 300 million or 365 million,
Yeah, and
and
they're
then it
in.
turned out, and everybody was like, it was rumored that they didn't really say that. Everyone was like, that can't be the true number because
No,
Disney would have touted that, right?
yeah, no. Disney. I think they said they estimated that Mulan made that like in the 300, close to like 300 million worldwide.
Yeah,
And they
it's
were
more
like,
like
yeah, we don't.
if because if
We
that
ain't
was
seen that, bro.
true, Disney would
Yeah,
have put that out there, like we were so successful,
yeah,
and
they
that
would
was
have
not the
touted that one,
case. Yeah,
right? And
it was
so
really
like
close to like 60, 80 million.
now that it has underperformed, they are they're pushing back because I really think that had Mulan performed to expectations and had a wide success, been close to
At least breaking even.
300 plus $1 million, I think they would have released Black Widow.
I'm also comparing Tenet too. Tenet wasn't available on any streaming service. If you could only, I think you can buy it through your TV or like pay similar to Mulan prices, except it's only for like a short viewing time period. Like you can rent it for a couple of days and then you can go see it in the theater. And that did not perform well at all.
It hasn't been performing well.
But they're about to break even at least. They're probably the most successful one through
Yep.
COVID.
Yeah.
Not good enough though.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not what you expected, but at least they're not going to lose. It doesn't look like they're going to lose any money on it. They're going to break even probably.
I'm excited. No, not excited. I'm glad that they've pushed the films back because just of with everything that's going on, we need the films to perform well. Especially, I think Black Widow deserves a well-performing film. I'm pissed that it took so long. She's been in the MCU for so long and is just now giving a film. I think that's sick. But I'm not happy with the fact that they keep releasing specific dates. Like they just keep pushing things back. And I think people need to pay attention to the scientists and stuff. They are telling us COVID is going to be a thing until at the very latest. At the earliest, the end of next summer. So why are they making release dates in May? It's going to be just as bad, or maybe a little bit better or worse, but it's not going to be good enough. So they're going to push them back again.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that the return to normalcy is not expected until like sometime in 2022. Yeah. So like, it's not even. I mean, as far as they're concerned, 2021 is even a stretch. To your point, so
but the idea is like at least 2021 they'll have a vaccine, so some people would get the vaccine, and that'll work on some people.
Y'all doing that vaccine?
Hell no.
Everybody. I'm not doing the first one. I'll do the one later.
I'm not getting that first batch of vaccine, bro. It's over that.
I don't even think that first batch that's supposed to come out at the end of this year. I don't even think that's gonna happen. I think that's just something
it's
Trump
said. Come out, and people are gonna take it. And
if it can, I wouldn't be surprised if it came out, and I'm not taking it because I
think all the vaccines gonna come out 2021.
They haven't done. Yeah, they haven't done enough research, and they hadn't had enough time to test the long-term effects of the vaccine, like how effective is it, and then over a longer period, like how else is it affecting the body? There's no long-term like experiments have been conducted because they hadn't had enough time, so we don't know if there are any like negative long-term side effects of the vaccine at this point. So it's like, bro, just keep social distancing, wear a mask until we've had, I'd say, 2 to 3 years by the time they have like a viable vaccine.
Whatever arm they stick that needle in is going to fall off. Your whole arm is going to fall off. I'm telling y'all.
I'd be surprised if there's a vaccine this year. It's not. I don't think it's happening.
I think they would put.
No, they have. Russia has one apparently, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I saw a news report that they claim that they have one.
Yeah, they say that.
They claim they have one. I guarantee.
I'd be surprised if one comes in the United States this year. I just don't see it happening. It's going to become 2021. That's how long it takes to make a vaccine.
But the CDC and the FDA have been like basically handcuffed at this point. So like it's really possible that a vaccine could come out. Like because all of your short stops, your fail testing is basically null at this point. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a vaccine hit the market.
I would just suggest everyone wait to 2021 because about that point they'll have multiple ones. So
I'm gonna be the last person to take it. They're gonna have to come to my house and force it on me. I'm not taking it willingly.
No. And you also got to check when you go to the doctor to see, read if they have any disclaimers, if you're going to get a physical or anything like that, to make sure you're not volunteering yourself to take any type of clinical trials of anything.
All I know is 10 years from now, those mesothelioma commercials.
Sure.
Yeah, like exactly. That's it. That's exactly how that happens.
Did your arm fall off immediately after taking this vaccine?
Right. You had some sort of issue developed later after taking vaccine within X amount of time. Nuri, what's going on?
Welcome.
What's up?
Welcome. Guys, make sure if you're watching, you leave a like for us, man. If you like this video, if you enjoying this conversation thus far, please leave a like for us. That helps us out tremendously.
Yeah. And a subscribe if you feel so inclined.
If you feel so inclined. But anyway, so yeah, man, that's it. That's the delays. What are your thoughts on
Wonder
comments?
Woman
Do you
got
have
pushed
any
back too
thoughts?
in DC side.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's
They pushed it back to December. They haven't pushed it to 2021 yet.
Yeah, not yet, but
It's
How's gonna happen?
remember they pushed it to like October, and then they
It's
just
gonna happen.
They want to drop that movie.
Well, they
quick.
haven't put a date. They don't put like dates. They just put months.
Yeah.
No, I could have sworn they said December 8th or something. December 8th,
Oh,
something.
really?
But it's
Don't get pushed back.
it's whatever. It's like 2 weeks before Dune comes out, and they were talking about, oh, it's going to be enough time.
Oh,
and
that might get pushed back too.
that's not going to work.
They're
Dune,
pushing it all back. Yep.
I
Yeah.
feel like they should just stop promoting them. If you want to promote your TV shows, your things that are going to be on online streaming shows, do that. But the constant,
Right.
like, I feels like that Geico commercial where the fisherman has holding the dollar and the lady comes to the pocketbook. He's like, oh, you got to be quicker than that. Like, just give us a break. Don't tell us about it. Because if anything, I'm not even as excited for Black Widow as I was because they keep doing this. And by the time it comes out, I'm going to be like, I don't even care anymore. And I don't think that's...
And you save money not with promoting it, buying all this ad space.
But the thing is, on the Marvel side, like with the Black Widow thing, like Marvel and the MCU have way more positive momentum going for it than Mulan. Like Mulan had some good traction late last year when it was announced, and whenever that first trailer dropped, like it had a lot of buzz around it. But since COVID and like all of the behind the scenes drama has surfaced, and with the all the stuff that happened over in China, in that all that drama, it's lost a lot of momentum. Like people are now like hesitant to go see it for social reasons, understandably so. And to me, that's a unique case. Marvel, Black Widow, I think Black Widow could actually be successful on the streaming platform, but you cannot charge people $30 for a one-time view of it. Like it needs to be a standard ticket price.
I don't think they're doing that again. I think Mulan dropped it. Yeah,
but in my opinion, Mulan was not the movie to test that on. Like Black Widow, I think they could have had success with Black Widow. I think Black Widow had way more buzz and hype, and I think more people would have seen it. Like I think if Black Widow had dropped on what was that Labor Day weekend that Mulan came out on Disney Plus, I think if that was Black Widow, I think a lot more people saw it around the world globally. I think people would have purchased that one-time ticket. Just because we've been in such a Marvel drought, like a lot of the fans would have bit the bullet and went on.
Shoot, don't give them any ideas.
I'm
saying like
Black Widow performed better, I think it still wouldn't have gotten what it deserves. And I just feel like focus on the shows. Also, since they want to push everything back, if one bad movie comes out after COVID, whether it's bad acting, bad editing, I'm going to fit. Because y'all had at least a year and a half to get things right, and you still chose to put out some nonsense. So all
something. Yeah.
The film better be flawless.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Sure.
you know what I hate in films?
What?
I don't know why. Like, why is the audio? Sometimes the audio is off. Well, that's basics, right?
Like which film?
Like the audio, like the volume level is so bad in some of these films, and I'm like, why is the volume low?
That's somebody in post production screwing up.
Exactly. I'm like, y'all make millions of dollars and y'all can't get the volume right.
I also don't want any bad CGI because y'all got time. You can figure something out.
The post production should be flawless for sure.
Yeah,
like
all of
anything
that
you did in post, anything you did and then some of the films are probably past their reshoot period, or they've maybe already done reshoots, and it's kind of like, so all you really need to do right now is work on post production stuff, sound editing.
I don't want to hear no whispering CGI. And then explosion happens. It's super loud. Like, get it together. I hate movies like that.
What movies had bad audio?
Ocean's 12? No, Ocean's 13. Terrible audio. They're whispering the whole movie, and then explosion when the casino blows up.
Oh yeah,
the sound editing and mixing was bad.
They're whispering. Yeah, just watch it again at home. They're whispering. You got to turn your volume all the way up.
Or like the music was really loud in that movie.
Yeah, the music was so loud you can't hear anybody talking. They're just whispering.
You know what? So that's just that's for Lovecraft Country. Actually, I have to turn my volume all the way up to be able to hear.
Oh, really?
Lovecraft. Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't had that issue.
I hate that. That all it can be fixed.
No, it is kind of low. The vocals are kind of low.
Is it all low, or is it like an explosion?
I don't know
happens and you like blow your ears out?
No, it's the whole. It's
okay. Yeah, well, that's different. Show. That's better. At least you know I can just turn it up.
That's through the app. It's different if you're watching it on HBO when it comes out at 9. But if you're watching it on the HBO Max app, I have noticed some issues.
That might be the case because I watch it on HBO.
I stream it. Yeah, I stream.
I have noticed some. I think it might be an HBO Max issue because what's the DC show on HBO Max that's exclusive to HBO Max?
Oh, Harley Quinn.
No.
They got a whole bunch of DC shows.
The one
the one y'all were
Doom
talking
Patrol?
about earlier. Yeah, Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol is quiet too on the app.
I don't think I've had those. I don't know if I've had those issues though. But I mean, I watch it from the app on my Xbox. So
like my phone, I know my phone is not as loud as it could be versus putting it on my TV, it's louder. But like watching the app through the phone, it's not, or like an iPad, it's not loud enough.
I watch it through my TV and it's low. So
I'd much rather have everything low so I can just turn the volume up than one part of the show be low, then explosion happens super loud. Like, come on. Much rather have that.
Nafisa is co-signing the Lovecraft audio.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been watching it on my TV, but I haven't had any issues hearing the audio. I think
I watched one episode on my iPad and it was kind of low. I thought it was just my iPad.
It might be a mobile issue. I'm
gonna pay attention for that on the next episode to see. Or we can talk about it tomorrow on
right. Speaking of, we can shift into our next topic, which is the previous episode of Lovecraft, episode 6, which, if you didn't know or if you didn't watch, Imani and I started a new show last Sunday called Aftercraft, where we do our raw reactions to the episode after it airs on HBO, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern. Next episode will be tomorrow at 10:10 Eastern Standard Time, so you can look forward to that. If you watch Lovecraft Country as soon as it drops on HBO, you can come tune in and hear us react and respond to that episode, give our immediate thoughts and feedback. But yeah, now that we're here with a wider panel, we'd like to hear what everybody else has to say about last week's episode.
It's my favorite episode.
I agree.
Yes,
my favorite one.
I would concur. Yeah. I never knew they would tie in Naruto in such a way.
Bruh, thank you. Like, I was saying that. Like, Imani didn't get it because she hadn't seen Naruto, but I was like,
I don't watch Naruto either. Explain
as soon as they started giving the tail the nine-tailed fox, that's literally the Naruto intro.
Yeah.
Like,
Naruto
that's how he begins.
has the nine-tailed fox spirit demon in him.
Yeah.
And
Ah.
so he's like, yeah, that's like the main idea of the show.
But the ninja in the Hidden Leaf Village, they cast like some spell to lock the demon inside of them, so it doesn't. It can break through, but it's more controlled by like their jujitsu,
Yeah.
or not jujitsu. What was
Jitsu.
is it jujitsu or is that
Shitsu.
They're ninja powers.
right?
We're gonna
Ninja
call it
powers. I'm blanking on it, but yeah. So I was like, yo, as soon as the story, she started telling the story of the Nine-Tailed Fox, I was like, bro, this is Naruto.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't never seen Naruto do this. Good.
Nah, nah, bro. He never did that.
When her tails became exposed for the first time, I was not getting fox vibes. I was getting bug vibes. I
thought it was a spider, bro. I thought it was a spider.
She was real insect-like.
Yeah.
And I was grossed the heck out.
Yeah, that was my first. Like when I saw it, because it looked like spider legs, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's a spider. I'm not here.
You know what it reminded me of? Like those scenes reminded me of on American Gods. There's a god that does that.
Bill Queen.
Yeah, kills everybody that she sleeps with. And she lives off of them. Yeah. But it was it's a different story. It's not the same thing. She actually has to do that to live.
I would say that Bill Queese is very classy with her murders.
Still a lot of blood.
But Gia is different. Gia is real different. Can I also say that it's been a trend in shows to have flashback episodes where the entire episode takes place in the past. And this is, in my opinion, the best example of it. I would put this above the
Watchmen.
The 2 episodes that took place in the past. I would say I would rather watch this than to watch the Hooded Justice episode. Not saying the Hooded Justice episode was not good. I would just say I enjoyed this more.
This episode reminded me a lot of, I don't know, maybe just the way it was shot reminded me of what's the one, Westworld.
Really?
Just the way it was shot. Yeah. The way it was shot and the way the story was told, it kind of reminded me of Westworld. In the later seasons, I don't know if y'all seen the later seasons, but the later seasons has a lot of flashbacks and like they get in deeper meaning of just. It's not in the West anymore. Westworld. Yeah, the Westworld ain't in the West anymore. Westworld.
Yeah, I like how they portrayed Atticus in this episode. They had him do some horrendous things, and you wouldn't expect it him being a main character. So it's like, wow.
Well, we knew he had something going on.
Yeah, it kind of explained the
PTSD. Some anger issues, but like he just walking up to people, bang, brains on the floor.
That was definitely hard to watch and not expected, and it definitely changed the way I thought about Atticus for like a solid 2 days. I was like, forget Atticus. I'm better now, but I was not feeling Atticus for a minute. That was to watch him. It's spoilers. Y'all had a whole week to watch it. To watch him kill Gia's friend, and then within a matter of weeks, just turn around and completely forget about it. Gia was so angry with him, and he didn't even realize that he shot her friend right in front of her. That was not the first time they met in the hospital when she was on the bed. He completely forgot her, and that was rough to me.
Yeah, that whole episode was like a feature-length film compressed into 50 minutes.
Yeah,
it was good.
I would also like to say publicly that Atticus has a type. Gia and Letty are just the Black and Korean versions of each other. From the red lipstick to the hairstyle, it's the same woman.
Yeah. Okay. Very similar personalities too. Like you definitely got a type.
I felt like they were 2 different type of women though.
Me too.
They the same person.
Really?
Yeah.
This Letty is in the film like that. She ain't singing The Sounds of Music. Oh, girl was singing.
I mean, she definitely the first episode was singing.
Performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see this. I don't see this. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure if she didn't have the Nine-Tails Fox spirit in her body, her and Letty might have the same trajectory. Just saying.
I viewed it as he was in this war situation, and he was because like I viewed they told the story in two different ways. Him back at home in the United States, Letty is a better relationship for him at that point. But when he's at war in South Korea, fighting North Korea, and he's coming back, he's getting rehabilitated from after that because he was injured. That's he clinched onto her as a whole nother relationship too. So I saw them as like two polar opposites, really. That's what I saw.
I said type as far as looks.
Oh,
I do think the biggest difference between the two, of course, Letty is being honest about who she is and the type of person that she is. To this point, as far as we know, they know a lot about each other. I mean, Gia, I still don't even think that the Gia
they also grew up together too
is her own personality. I see Gia as the nine-tailed spirit. And that's the nine-tailed spirit who is speaking, who is communicating. The nine-tailed spirit throughout the show was trying to be human instead of just being the spirit. And so I don't think we actually got to see the real woman underneath Gia. We're experiencing the spirit throughout it.
It was like at the end though, she didn't want to be human, right? Well, she wanted to be human, but not get rid of the spirit.
Yeah, that was what was wild to me. I'm like, yeah, you better get that thing out your body.
Nah, it's just like Naruto.
Have y'all seen
him and the Nine Tails made a pact,
I think it was,
and they started working together, and they after that,
I think it was Imani, right?
No spoilers because some people ain't finished the show.
You recommended was it Robots? What is it? Robots, Death, and
Love, Death, and Robots.
Love, Death, and Robots. There was an episode where there was like a Nine Tails cat looking thing, and she turns into a robot. You remember that one? No. It was one. I think it was the very last one, the very last episode of season 1. Anyway, it was
I haven't seen the full season.
So that episode kind of reminded me because I watched the episode like just yesterday. It reminded me of that. So I was like, it was a guy. He was falling in love with this creature who turned into a human at one point, but it was originally that nine-tailed spirit. And then later on, like technology was advancing through the city, and someone kidnapped her and turned into a robot because the person was turned on to robots or something. And so she could no longer go back into that nine-tailed spirit, and he had to fix her to turn into a nine-tailed spirit at the end. That was the second to the last one. Yeah. Really? Go back and watch it. I forget. I'm gonna find the episode.
Was like the group of robots that was working together to fight something. Dang, I miss it, and I recommended it.
I know. I finished the first season yesterday.
I'm gonna get back to y'all.
I'll see. It's fresh.
I'm about to. Yeah. So especially
it's been over a year since I've watched it.
Let me see the episode. I'm gonna.
I think it's definitely broken
right now.
It's to me that it's a PTSD element. Like to me, it makes sense what he did in Korea and how he acts in America. It makes sense, like how he has those outbursts of anger, justifiable. Like, but it's kind of like, would you go that far? It's like, all right, man, you kind of went a little too far on that one. Maybe, but then when you go and see him in Korea and see him as a soldier, you're like, oh, okay, I see where that comes from, like him doing that. Anybody else got any thoughts on that?
I just noticed that he's you got it in mind.
I was just gonna say I want Gia to go to Chicago really bad.
Yes, I guarantee it's gonna happen.
I want her to go to Chicago and turn up.
She gonna be whipping her tail out.
So, and Ronnie, I guess you thought it was like the Nine Tails with snakes.
I got the episode. It was good hunting.
Good hunting. I'll check it out.
Yeah, it says a shape-shifting fox-like Hulijing. So this one's in China. So I don't know if it's the same mythology, but
no, yeah. So it's a shared mythology between the Chinese. Because I looked it up. The Chinese, the Koreans. I think the Japanese have a version of it too.
Yeah, well,
and they're all kind of have the same root, but there's some variances in the story. Like the Naruto version is the Japanese version. This is the Korean version, which is definitely different. from the Japanese, but the roots of the story are the same.
Yeah, Good Hunting is the one that's on the robot one.
I'll check it out.
So she was the Nine Tails in the
Yeah.
robots.
Yeah, that just came to me. I connect that to this episode of Lovecraft.
Something that's worrying me is, for the most part, like prophecies have been coming true on this show, and Gia definitely prophesied that Atticus was going to die, and I'm sort of preparing myself for his death.
Yeah, he's gonna die. I think he's gonna die because she started predicting the future at the very end of the episode.
Yeah,
but see, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what death. I don't know what death means in this show.
But I don't even know if that was prophecy. I saw it because she was seeing the lives of everybody that she was killing, and then she said, "No, I wasn't seeing their lives." She realized I was seeing what they were going to do, or what's going to happen to them.
The witch at the end also made it clear, like, and you about to see a whole bunch of other people's lives and their futures too. So get ready, sister. So she's that 100th body. She's not gonna get that anytime soon.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I mean, it might be Tick.
Nah,
no, because she saw his death. I think they showed it on screen, and
he dies.
It wasn't an explosion the way she does it. So unless she has a new method.
And he was tied up. He was like strapped up to something, and yeah, it looked like he was drooling. It was crazy.
Unless he's already dead, and he died in that earlier episode in the mansion.
Yeah, I would not like to show if that's the case.
That would be
Whatever they're gonna do, we are not gonna be expecting it, and we are gonna be stressed out. I know that.
I'm gonna enjoy it, whatever it is. As long as they don't pull a Game of Thrones, I'm good.
Do we know there's gonna be a second season?
Huh?
Do we know there's gonna be a second season or not?
I can check.
Yeah,
because this might be one of them Watchmen limited series. Like, if he dies, then now I can accept. Okay, he's gonna die.
That would make more sense.
So, Tick will live.
After seeing that episode, you notice Tick, like, he tends to fall in love in stressful situations.
Or he might die and have that magic that he was finally looking for.
Yeah.
He's super broken.
I agree with Thomas there. I think he's gonna die, but I don't think the death will be final because they really haven't established. Well, who did they bring back? His dad, right?
His dad didn't die though.
No, they brought back Letty. They brought back Letty.
They shot Letty and they shot George.
Yeah.
And they brought back Letty. So I mean, it's a way he can come back. And like,
there is no renewal. There's no word, no speaking of a second season. So either they don't want to tell us that we're going to get one, or we're not going to get one.
How many episodes we got in this? 10?
I assumed it was going to be 8.
Yeah, I don't know how many. Yeah.
What episode we on now? 6?
7 is tomorrow. So yeah.
Might be 8. I mean,
it can't be. It might be. I think it's got to be 10 because what they teased. Did y'all see the teaser for tomorrow at the end of the episode?
I'm trying to remember. I might have.
Yeah, because we getting full Hippolyta episode tomorrow. Hippolyta.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It might be 8. Series can surprise you.
That man, like I don't know, because if it depends on how tomorrow's episode goes. Because if it is entirely focused on Hippolyta, it depends on how that episode concludes. Because if it ends on its season finale is going to be episode 8, like they got a lot to tie up between tomorrow's episode and 8.
It's going to be 10 episodes, so we have
10. Okay,
so that makes sense because like tomorrow's episode looks like it's entirely focused on Hippolyta.
Opening a whole new storyline.
Yeah,
possibly.
Get some explanation into her. I think that. Well, is everybody? Are y'all looking forward to that episode tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there are previous episodes that I have questions for, and I don't think we're going to get them. I have a feeling that every single episode that's following up until the finale is going to be about a different person or a different situation. And then in the finale, they're going to bring everything back together. Like, I still have questions from 2 weeks ago that haven't gotten answered. So I wouldn't say that I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited for the finale because I need to know what's going on.
I want to see how the girl from Korea, what happens with that situation.
Cause we know
Yeah.
she called him. She called him, right?
Yeah.
I do know that the season finale is titled Full Circle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was talking to a mom about last week's episode, and we were talking about the teaser they showed for Hippolyta, and like I think she asked me like, all right, so if Hippolyta is the Greek god, then what does that make her daughter? And I'm like, it technically makes her daughter a demigod. So the daughter she could potentially have like a lot of power. Like I think that might be the ace in the hole right there
The
for the
daughter,
whole
I mean,
series.
if the daughter is a demigod, then Hippolyta must have some power too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Because they in the teaser, like it showed her as a Greek god, and then they showed her throughout like the ages. Like she's immortal. Like because they showed her in Greece, they showed her in Egypt, they showed her throughout like time. Like
So she
as a
must have
warrior.
activated the time travel
Yeah,
device.
yeah, and then like, but at the end of the teaser, she opens up the solar system, the two suns. I think it's hers, but like if that is her biological daughter, then her daughter would also have powers. Like she would be basically, she would definitely be a demigod in the scenario. And maybe they'll explore that tomorrow. Like since they teased that, I'm like, all right, so that opens up a whole new branch of possibilities for Hippolyta. So I'm definitely excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. Like any of these, all the previews really when they
No,
come, I don't
not
know
at
what
all.
to expect. What
I
the
have
next
no
episode's
idea.
going to be.
I have no idea. And that's what I'm enjoying about it because I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I couldn't guess this if I tried. Like, so I'm just here for the ride because this has been highly entertaining.
But that last episode was my favorite. That was good storytelling.
Yeah, they keep raising the bar each episode. Definitely. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna see a lot of action. I think we're gonna see a lot of action tomorrow.
Hell hath no fury.
Absolutely. So next up, before we get into the community discussion, got some film recommendations, TV and movie. Anybody want to start off with that? What's up, Heen?
Oh, we recommending film and TV.
I got a little list. Let me get my thing out.
Well, I got one. I've been watching Raised by Wolves. And,
Me too. I was about to say that.
If you're a Ridley Scott fan, go check that out because it's definitely on brand for Ridley Scott. I think I'm on episode 3 or 4. But
Okay.
yo, it's a really good series. I feel like there's some connections to. It's definitely connecting to his universe. Like
I loved it.
The androids and all that, they all have that milky white blood, like just like the android from Prometheus. There definitely some connections that are very subtle, like nothing direct, but there's something about it is tied to the universe. Even the creatures and the aliens and the mystery, or I don't know what those things are.
We don't know where they are.
We don't know
what planet.
We don't know what the hell is going on. Like,
Yeah,
just
you learn things as it goes along.
Yes.
It's a great series.
Do you think we'll get to see a deacon?
Huh?
Do you think we'll get to see a deacon? The deacon is the name of the alien. That's what they call them, deacons.
Oh, possibly.
No.
So here, they're two human. Well, gosh, I don't even know if they're human factions. But the androids, the atheist. There's atheists. I bet. So it sounds like the lore. The Earth basically was split between two factions. It's the atheists versus these religious sector.
There was a world war, and one side was atheists, and the other side were like the super religious sect.
Yeah, giving me real futuristic Knights of the Templar vibes.
Yeah, and so they were very successful in the war, but in their process of fighting, the whole planet went up in flames. So they all had to escape, and so we pick up where they're in space.
Yeah.
Some people are on a planet, and now we have these androids,
Yeah, the planet is definitely very much in the same feel as Prometheus. Like there are a lot of connections to his whole all of his films in this series.
And it's on Apple TV Plus.
This is on
HBO
HBO
Max.
Max.
It's a HBO Max original, so it's original. It's not on HBO. You only can get on HBO Max.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's too many streaming services. I keep saying it, but I'm getting them all confused. But I'm gonna check that out. I gotta tell my dad he loves the Alien franchise.
Yeah,
Sure,
if he likes the Alien franchise and he like Prometheus, like he's definitely gonna dig this series because this is a very. I mean, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. Like, because and you have to pay attention because like stuff happens on screen.
It gets easier to watch as you go, though.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things you got to pay attention to the details because there's a lot that's happening on screen that isn't verbalized in communication. So you actually have to pay attention to what's going on screen. They're not talking you through the whole series like some.
It's scary too.
Yeah, it's got. I don't know about scary. It's creepy.
You'll see, man. It's scary, bro. Some androids, man.
Did you finish it?
No, I'm like on episode 3 or 4. I think I finished 3. I think I'm on 4 now.
We in the same spot then.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
Bro, it's not. I wouldn't call this scary at all.
When they put their hands up in there.
Oh yeah,
they're just loading. They're just
she does. There. Yeah, the android hits the Jesus pose and starts screaming and blowing it up. Yeah.
Yes, and when they're sleeping, when they're not doing anything, they're just.
What did you call it? A necromancer?
Yeah, and they got to take their eyes out. No, it's too.
It's
creepy.
Wild. It's. I mean, it's on brand for Ridley Scott. Like
supposed to be recommending shows.
Yeah, so that's my recommendation. It sounds like Mark's recommendation as well. But anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want him to hijack yours. If he had another one, I'm sorry.
No, that's it.
I just wanted to bring up that I recommended previously Criminal. It's about the you go into a interrogation room, and the whole series takes place in that. But every episode's a standalone episode, so they get like a new case come each time. They have a second season that's on Netflix. It's a Criminal UK or UK Criminal. So I would recommend that.
Definitely. I haven't been on Netflix in a while. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
check that out. It's an easy watch. Your episodes are it's standalone. You can just watch them in there. Like each individual story is like a new case, and you don't really know any background story. They're only interacting in that interrogation room. So you're trying to figure out, did they do it? Did they not do it? What happened? And
so are these real? Are they based on real cases, or is it all fictional?
They could be, because like the cases aren't that crazy out of this world unique. Like there was like one there was somebody got murdered, and the suspects are like the sister that just recently moved into the house because she was homeless or whatever, and so like you're trying to figure out who did it, who killed the person, and why. So yeah, it's really good.
I'm gonna check that out. It's definitely something I would watch. It's me, probably up my mom's sleeve too, because she and I both enjoy watching stuff like that.
Yeah,
criminal dramas. Imani, JBM.
I have a couple recommendations. The first is My Octopus Teacher. It's a documentary on Netflix that talks about my favorite animal, which is the octopus. It's about a man who snorkels. He lives in South Africa, and he snorkels regularly. He's a photographer, and on one of his little expeditions, he meets an octopus, and he actually maintains a relationship with this animal, goes back regularly to see her, to interact with her, and you just get to see their relationship build throughout the documentary. It's just like I think it's like an hour and a half. But it was really, really good to watch. Just as far as I'm concerned, an octopus is an alien. They from someplace else. And yeah, just the things that
they are very ancient.
How intelligent they are, how quick they are to learn things. There are a lot of smart animals, but they pick up things way faster than I think any other animal does. So yeah, I absolutely recommend that watch. It's great. And I was so intrigued. Like, I felt like I was a part of the relationship too. Like, I was talking to the screen like, hey, yo, watch out right there. You know, I felt connected to this little octopus who has no name. But yeah, it was lit. So it's called My Octopus Teacher. It's on Netflix. And my other recommendation is actually the show Girlfriends. Of course, we talked about
classic.
to Netflix, but now that I've actually been watching it, you know, when that show was out, I was a kid. I wasn't an adult. Although I enjoyed it, I couldn't relate. Now I'm watching it as an adult, and I understand what they're talking about, what they're going through. It's relatable for me now, and I love it even more than I did then.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Okay.
and especially like with dating and everything, it's a great show.
I wanted to add the octopus. Like, yeah, they were one of the most intelligent creatures on the planet.
They're really
great
old.
problem. Yeah, great
Like
problems.
dinosaurs, basically.
Yeah, they've been around since the dinosaur time. So
They're aliens, domesticated pets.
They're well-evolved creatures. They've been around for so long.
This is why we got to have that conspiracy theory episode, because like we have no idea what's at the bottom of the ocean. We know more about outer space than we do the bottom of the ocean, which is wild.
Yeah,
I think we've only explored less than 1% of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So we really have no idea what's down there. And I think also an interesting thing is that we've never captured a giant squid like ever in human history. Like that, the footage is very rare of giant squid, and no one has ever, no one's ever captured them. Like one's never been captured alive. Only carcasses and like
80% of the ocean is unmapped, unobserved, and unexplored.
So yeah, it could be a plethora of things down there. Like we have no idea. There could be a civilization down there, as far as we're concerned.
And isn't the octopus like it can't die? Like it doesn't die by old age. It only has to be killed to die.
No,
there's just
is that another creature?
No. So yeah, but the female octopus dies giving birth.
She does not necessarily. She lays her eggs and then she defends her eggs until they hatch. But while she's defending them and while she's caring,
she never leaves.
She does not eat. She does not do anything for herself. She just stays there and defends her eggs. And once they start to hatch, you know, she no longer is responsible for them. But she's so weak, the first predator that comes up on her is going to kill her. So all of the big octopus that you see are male because
the females die.
Well, all I know, there's some creature in the ocean that cannot die. It just doesn't die by old age. So it basically lives forever. Jellyfish. Yeah, it was a jellyfish.
Yeah,
damn jellyfish, man.
I can see that. Or a jellyfish, or is it the man of war? Because the man of war is like not. It's just a culture of like bacteria.
It's so
microorganisms.
Jellyfish is the one that like breaks all the way down to like it's the jelly.
The jellyfish, man. I don't know, man. There's something about them. They cannot die. You have to kill them. They can't. They just don't die naturally.
Jellyfish, though.
It is a specific one.
I think it's the man of war because I think the man of war are in the jellyfish family.
I'm saying that's not probably the only thing in the ocean that can live.
Probably not.
Probably not. Seen the same squid for like 100 years. That same squid been around. The same.
Yeah, they call it the immortal jellyfish.
Yeah, it's immortal.
Name is Turritopus dorni.
And what gets me, the scientists don't even know why.
Another thing too.
We don't need to find out. I think they just don't need to know.
I think
problem start.
Another thing too is I think it's the sperm whale or the blue whale, or it might be both. Like they dive like almost to the bottom of the ocean to mate. So like no one's ever seen that process. Like it's wild, man. The ocean is a beast.
I'm gonna just say animal that big. We don't need to see that.
Oh no, but like they don't understand why they go swim to such depths to mate. I mean, but scientists, they just be curious about everything, so they just try to figure out why this is. And
I want to know why that jellyfish live forever. That's weird.
There's actually a recommendation. Oh, what's the name of that film?
Nothing's supposed to live forever.
Right. Any nature documentary that you can find on Netflix, go watch it.
There's a Kristen Stewart film where she plays a woman who works on an underwater oil rig. And what's the name of that film?
Oh, it's on Amazon, right?
I saw it in the theater. It's called Underwater. It came out at the beginning of this year. This is probably the last movie I saw in theaters this year. My family didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was great. But basically, there's some crazy stuff down there. And that's what she got to experience in this film. So it's about a woman who works on an underwater oil rig, and they might have dug a little too deep.
I think it's on Amazon for free too. So
ooh, I might have
it's
to.
on my list.
Yeah.
It's on my list. I haven't watched it yet. I'm trying to think of a movie that I've watched recently. Movies I've been watching recently have not been good.
I don't know. Yeah.
Also, I just want to let people know that Amazon Prime Video has like a lot of stuff that's available for rent. You can also watch for free with ads.
Oh, cool.
On Amazon Prime Video, they've added that, and I just noticed it last week that it was an option, and I have a feeling that a lot of films that you can rent are now going to be available on streaming services with that option. I feel like they were just testing
That's
it.
Smart.
But I think that's going to be a thing now.
Yeah, that's smart. One movie that I did like, The Invisible Man. It's the new movie that came out.
This weekend or last weekend, right?
It came out where?
It's on HBO now, so you should be able to see it on the HBO Max.
Oh yeah,
it's on HBO
now. But yeah, it came out in theaters like right when COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, isn't that a part? That one is a part of the monster universe too.
I don't
if that's still a thing.
It's supposed to be, but I feel like
I don't know. I didn't get that from watching
they
it.
haven't said anything. Like it's supposed to be Dracula. It's supposed to be the Mummy. You got to see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the Tom Cruise The Mummy video. The Dracula film was Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that was Dracula.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, they were part of a whole thing together. And I heard that this was supposed to be one of those films when that first started.
I did too. I heard the same.
I don't think so.
So
yeah. Because I watched it. When I watched it, it's more scientific. They're trying to make a science out of it. It's not really monster-ish.
I know, but it's because it's still a part of that. But it's still a part of that catalog of classic monster films. Like, because what they were trying to do is like they were trying to like all of the classic monster movies. Like what Swamp Thing? Like is the Swamp Thing?
Basically, they were trying to redo another League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes, basically.
They were trying to Marvel it, like Marvel did give all the people their own film. They were going to do that and then lead up to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, also science was a big part of it, specifically for the Invisible Man as well. Like how he did that, how he made things work. Also the same for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. There were a lot of science in that too.
Sounds like an amazing idea. I hope that
I didn't get that from
it's been. I mean, it's like
I recommend watching it. It is a good movie. Even
that's been in the works for years. Like since you remember the werewolf movie with
Anthony Hopkins
and Benicio del Toro.
Yeah,
okay.
Like all of that. Like so that movie, The Mummy with Tom Cruise. Yeah, like I should say, it's been in the works for a while. Like
just start over.
Yeah,
it's not happening,
they gotta recast this point.
Honestly, I hope they don't for some of them, because to me that Dracula film was good, and they brought it back to the present at the very end of the film.
But that's where they decided to tie everything together, and they mentioned that the werewolf movie was also tied to that, and then they said Van Helsing also was tied to it. If anybody saw the Van Helsing movie with Hugh Jackman, like I don't know when that came out, but like that was years ago.
That's a classic. If that's on, I'm watching it. Like the
Van Helsing
scrolling stops when you see Van Helsing. You're like, all right, let me watch that every time. It never fails. It doesn't matter. There could be 5 minutes left. I'm gonna watch it.
Bro, there was because there was a period when all like those vampire movies were like super popular because like Underworld,
yeah.
Van Helsing, like all like like what was that?
Twilight,
Twilight, early 2000s, like that vampire movie. Ugh.
It was a sign, man.
That was wild.
The glitter pyres.
But I would recommend Invisible Man. Yeah, I didn't get any of that monster stuff from it, but it was very enjoyable. It was very enjoyable. It was a really good movie.
All right, I got an oddball recommendation. It's on Netflix. It's called Velvet Buzzsaw.
Ooh, I think I have seen it.
What?
Explain it, and I'll tell you if I've seen it. I think I've seen it.
Okay, so this It's with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw that. Yeah, I saw
And
that.
the guy from he did Hamilton, and he did another movie. I can't think of the name.
I did watch that movie. It was good.
Yeah, so it's like a satirical thriller about the contemporary art world. And there's an old man who did all these paintings, but he painted them in blood. And the man dies, and then it takes off from there. There's like some haunting going on, but it's a fun movie to watch, man. Velvet Buzzsaw.
Based off the description and the fact that Jake Gyllenhaal is starring in it, I'm sold on it because this is exactly
he did
type of
amazing
movie.
job.
This is his type of movie for sure.
Did y'all see Nightcrawler?
Yes,
Yeah.
because that was one of them.
good,
I'm like, bro, this is
That
a
was
crazy
good.
movie, but damn, he's a good actor.
Yeah,
Like
he did his thing in this too.
That Buzzsaw was kind of funny too at times.
Yeah, it's a satire. It's a satire.
It's
Jake,
hilarious.
I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal is underrated.
And he put that Joker out, man.
Also, shout out to Jake Gyllenhaal
Actor.
for letting us pronounce his name wrong forever.
How do you
What do you
pronounce it?
His last name is pronounced Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
That's why I said.
We ain't doing that.
Wait, hold on, time out.
Gyllenhaal, what's that? What is it?
That's why I said
That's
Norway.
Is that
That's
Norwegian?
Norse. Yeah, that's Norse.
It's kind of like Rihanna lets people pronounce her name wrong.
And she
Wait, Rihanna's not how you pronounce her name?
It's Rihanna.
Oh, is it for real?
Mhm.
Rihanna.
She says, "Hey, it's Rihanna," and we just like, "Yeah, what's up, Rihanna?"
Yep.
Right, everybody think it's just the
I think she
Barbados.
just got tired of correcting it. It's like, yeah, whatever.
Rihanna.
Rihanna,
You gotta run that back. You Rihanna from now on.
All right, I didn't know. I mean, I'll call her Rihanna.
It's also
That's
like
not-
Gal Gadot is Gal Gadot.
Yeah,
That's how you pronounce it. That's how you pronounce
It's
the name
really
Gadot. It's Gadot. Gadot. And I learned
Yeah.
she was like on some like late night show, and it was like they introduced her Gal Gadot, and she was like, it's wrong, but it's okay.
That's
And
how.
they're
yeah.
like,
No,
how do you
yeah.
pronounce
When
it?
she was on the
It's
on the
Godot.
press tour for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's Gadot.
Hey, you gotta keep
I
the
found out
dough.
about
Because Gadot was French, right?
Yeah, she's
And she's Israeli, so
yeah,
it's
she's
Gadot.
Israeli.
It's lit.
What were you saying, Monty?
I found out about Jake Gyllenhaal on Conan O'Brien, and he pronounced it real, like even better than I did. Conan, it's like you're supposed to stress the all, like Gyllenhaal.
Conan would
So
do
like,
that.
so the whole family is cool with it, huh? Too, because Maggie Gyllenhaal, same. I guess
Is
she, yeah.
Gyllenhaal?
You know, I would feel like people would probably roast them, just how like we just talked down on
Yeah.
Rihanna's pronunciation. People gonna be like, ain't nobody trying to say that.
Rihanna.
So
No, yeah, you know what? Now that she does say Rihanna.
she says Rihanna. Hey y'all, it's Rihanna, and we be like, yeah. So anyway, Rihanna.
That's crazy.
Hey, yeah, I have. Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I did
Take
think of that.
Gyllenhaal. Gyllenhaal.
Yo,
Gyllenhaal.
Jarhead, I believe, was the
Like
first
Apple.
movie I saw. Gyllenhaal,
Good intro.
Jotunheim,
We'll be all right.
Jotunheim. No, but see, it's like, I think Elder Scrolls is where a lot of the Norse names, like, because they pronounce all the characters are Norse, and so like they have all those Norse last names, and I'm like, all right,
And isn't he a method actor?
yes,
'Cause I feel so. He's
Yes.
weird in these interviews,
Yes.
man.
yes,
And
he's
his,
very
si-
much.
and his
a method
sister
actor.
is not. So at first I thought it was just the whole family, but his sister doesn't do that.
Bro, she's
Maggie
she's
Gyllenhaal.
younger. She's the youngest.
I don't
Or
know.
she older?
I thought they were about the same age.
Probably. I don't know.
I thought they were twins.
They could be twins.
They
I don't
might
know.
be.
I don't know. know.
Also, he was really
But I
good
just-
in Zodiac too.
He's
Yeah,
very
I watched that
underrated.
recently,
Like
too. That's
all
really
his
good, man.
perform, I can't think of a bad performance he's had.
That's why he crazy. All these deep movies, man. Joker, Zodiac, Buzzsaw,
Jarhead.
Nightcrawler. Those things too dark.
Nightcrawler.
He can't be. He doing a lot of dark movies. Like, have something to liven yourself up. Maybe Joker was his like. color
Honestly,
notch.
that was his
He had
lighter. That
fun
was his
doing
lighter
it.
role. Honestly,
Yeah, that's so
They're
crazy.
not twins. She's older.
Which
She's older.
which Joker?
That's
The
not
Joker.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's not.
No,
that's
Joaquin
Jared Leto. That's Jared Leto.
No.
No,
Not
you're thinking of Joaquin
Jared Leto was in it.
Huh?
You think from,
Joaquin Phoenix. I'm
Yeah.
getting them confused.
You got him and Joaquin Phoenix mixed up?
they do
They're
this?
both great actors, though. Don't they?
I was
They're both
wondering
method
when you
actors.
said
Though.
he's weird in his interviews because Jake Gyllenhaal
Aren't they?
seems pretty
Yeah.
cool in interviews.
Nah,
But
he's weird in his interviews too.
Nah, he's pretty normal.
They work similarly.
Joaquin Phoenix though,
Joaquin Phoenix goes a little
Nah,
deeper.
he's super weird. Yeah, he's super
And
weird.
he doesn't do films as often because of it. Like
Yeah, he's super weird.
the Joker for a while before he could get on screen.
He's like what's my man?
I don't know any other method actor that's that crazy like that.
No,
like
nope.
Joaquin Phoenix.
No, not Joaquin Phoenix.
I mean, like method actors.
What's the dude, the main character that you remember the movie? He was an oil tycoon.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
a method
yeah.
actor. Like he's
He
probably
retired,
the most.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he retired. He said he's
Yeah.
tired of it.
Yo, they got some stories about him on set. Like, what's the movie where he's like in
Gangs of New York.
yeah, Gangs of New York, because it takes place in like the 1800s.
Yeah.
late 800s.
Yeah. 19th century. Dude was walking around the whole time dressed as character, wouldn't let anybody call him other than the character name. All his co-stars he called by their character names. He stayed in character the whole time. He refused to wear like coats. Like he would dress in the actual
He caught pneumonia.
and he caught pneumonia. Like this dude, like the dude's got some wild stories. Like
Oh
gotta-
my god.
if you got time, go on YouTube. Just go on YouTube
That's
and type
crazy,
in Daniel Day-Lewis method acting stories, because this dude goes beyond the Call of Duty for these roles.
Speaking of him, if you haven't seen Last of the Mohicans, check that out. That's another Daniel Day-Lewis classic. Shot in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh really? I didn't know it was shot there.
Yeah, some of the scenes were there.
Oh, another recommendation that I don't get to talk about. There's the Hannibal TV show on Netflix, the series just about Hannibal Lecter and his relationship with a detective. It's really, really good, and I discovered it during COVID. It stresses me out a little bit, so I have to take a break. Like you can't binge watch that. You need to give yourself an episode a few days, but it's
Mads Mikkelsen.
Huh?
Mads Mikkelsen, starring Mads Mikkelsen.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, that creepy dude.
I don't know if he's a method actor.
Nah, probably not. But he looks
He's in that
creepy.
comic book movie on Netflix.
I think I think about the right person. Cause he creepy looking, man.
Let me see. Yeah, and he plays Hannibal, and he does a great job.
Mhm.
Like
He's a great actor.
I think I might like him better than
Yeah, I got it right.
Because one, he's soft spoken and he's got like this crazy look in his eye. Like you like, all right. That joke is crazy, man.
He's scarier than the other Hannibal from the films. He's
Yeah.
Oh yeah. His
brother
Lars.
Yeah, his brother Lars is a good actor too.
They all look the same.
like the Sarsgaard
Well,
brothers.
Yeah, Skarsgård, that's a big family.
That's a big
But
talented.
But isn't there
Yeah.
3 Mickelsons though? Isn't there 3 Mickelsons? Or 2?
Probably
No, it's
Lars,
two.
Mads. I think it might be 3.
Because one of them played like he played in the James Bond one, Mads. The James Bond film, was Spectre. He was Spectre.
Yeah.
And then Lars Mikkelsen, he plays Vladimir Putin's character. He's called something else in House of Cards on Netflix.
They just have that type of face. Like they need to be evil. That's it.
They look evil, man.
Mm-hmm. But they really look like because if you watch them in interviews, they're really, really nice people. But that's usually like who plays the best villains. Like they're the most compelling villains. Usually like just gentle soul.
I wonder if they fight for the same roles.
I don't know, but I know Lars voiced Tarkin. I mean, not Tarkin. Grand Admiral Thrawn in Rebels.
Yeah, that's just, yep.
They did a great job because, like, now every time I hear Thrawn, like, even when I'm reading the Thrawn novel, I hear Lars's voice when I'm reading the lines. It's wild.
What accent does it give him?
Putin.
No, it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. Like, I mean, it's close to his natural accent.
Indonesian.
Creepy.
Indonesian.
Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken voice.
Nah, it's kind of like it's once again soft spoken, but very like articulate, and he'll draw out certain like words, and it's a very like classic type of villain type of thing, like where clearly he sounds like he puts a lot of thought into what he's about to say, and he's thought about how he's going to say it and everything. Like he sounds like a tactician. Like
does he sound Russian?
No, but he does sound Eastern European almost.
Okay,
like Eastern European, but I would say Eastern European with that's learned how to speak English in like Europe in like almost in maybe kind of sort of America.
Okay,
like yeah, like so he's got that undertone Eastern European accent, but it's American. So like yeah, it's good. It fits the role. But anyway, now any more recommendations? Because we do got to get into this community discussion.
I think we should get into the community discussion because one of my recommendations actually fits perfectly.
Perfect. Okay. So Imani,
last week we talked about it just a little bit, but I asked if we could just hold it till this week. Last week we spoke about our favorite TV villains, the villain that we couldn't help but love. But within that conversation, we just started talking about people who were just straight evil. And so I asked, who the most evil villains in TV and film of all time were. And he may not be the most, but I would argue that to eat people, you got to be real evil. So Hannibal Lecter is in that list of just evil. He's up there.
That's a great choice.
Yeah. Didn't he eat people that like he had a reason for eating them? Like they were like people that did.
Yeah,
Jigsaw,
Red Dragon, and Red Dragon is one of the Lecter films. And in the beginning of the film, he goes to an opera. Excuse me, not the opera. He goes to an orchestra show, and one of the people on flute is jacking up, and he is in the audience like just pissed off because he can hear that this man is messed up. And in the next scene, you find out that man is missing, and he is serving dinner to the rest of the people in the orchestra.
Wow.
If you don't watch the Lecter films and shows, Hannibal Lecter is also a wonderful chef. He's a fabulous cook, fine dining. And when he's also like, he likes finer things, suits. He likes designer clothes. He likes, expensive things. And he likes to eat that way as well. And so when he's cooking, he's not, being barbaric with it. He's really chefing it up in the kitchen, and he actually serves this gentleman to his friends.
That's a solid character right there.
So, yeah, that's evil.
That is evil.
Whenever he has a dinner party, he is serving body parts, and he is honest with the people at the dinner party about what parts of the body they're eating, but he's not telling them that they're human. They're just assuming that it's something else. Yeah.
So I got Annie Wilkes from Misery, played by Kathy Bates. That's an evil person. That's an evil person. If you've never seen Misery, check that out. She basically takes somebody. She's like obsessed about this writer. He crashes. She takes him in, and then she starts torturing him.
The actress Kathy is actually trending on Twitter today just because of how talented she is. And a lot of the roles that she plays are nuts. They talked a lot about her roles on American Horror Story, and she plays a similar role often.
Oh,
yeah.
Shout out to Kathy Bates. Didn't know that.
Nice.
I have a more obscure one. I don't know if it's obscure, but it's an old show. The show is Dead Like Me. It was on HBO. Like in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. And the show's about these Grim Reapers. And the Grim Reapers, they take your soul before you die. Because if they don't, your soul gets tortured in your body until someone takes you out. So these Grim Reapers are actually working. They're actually good people, good creatures. So it's about this young person who dies, and then that she's actually chosen to become a Grim Reaper because she didn't do a lot with her life. And so there's this person in the show who has no soul, like at all. Like they couldn't take the person's soul at all. And I think that's the most evil because like literally they get people who murdered people. They get all these bad people who've died before. But this person had no soul at all. And like they tried to reap the person's soul after they died and they had nothing. And the guy's name was Ray, and he was a character within. He was dating one of the Reapers because the Reapers are disguised as regular humans in order to do this. They just touch your arm or something before you die, and they take your soul. So he was dating one of the Reapers, and he was freaking her out. And she's a Grim Reaper. She's not even alive. Like she has no fear of dying or anything like that. And so he was abusive relationship, and he was evil. He had no good qualities at all. I've never seen any person like that at all. He had none at all. And he'd do everything. He had no soul. How you have no soul? So that's my most evil villain of all time. When he finally died, it was a relief. Dead Like Me was on HBO. It might be on HBO Max too, since they have the whole library of HBO shows.
Yeah, it should be on HBO Max if it was on HBO. All right. Well, is it me? My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever.
Sticking in the Star Wars universe, I'm going to go with the original Sith Emperor Vitiate, which a lot of people, once again, don't know about. But this is like, if you thought Palpatine was bad, this dude is Palpatine times 10. So Vitiate created, he's kind of like, I would say if you mixed Palpatine and Voldemort together, that's Vitiate. Like he created these, he divided his soul into 3 holocrons, Sith holocrons, and hid them across the galaxy. And then he started the Sith Empire and then created another empire called the Eternal Empire on the other side of the galaxy. And then, yeah, the Eternal Empire. And he lived, I think, like he was like 10,000 years old, because the way he split his souls, like it allowed him to almost live forever. And so the Sith Empire was actually his puppet empire, and his real empire was the Eternal Empire. And he basically waged a war between the Sith and the Old Republic. Let them fight like this stalemate war that whittled down their forces, and then he led the Eternal Empire in to wipe out both the Republic and the Sith Empire that he created. And like the wild thing is like he creates this empire, he hypes all these people, all these loyal followers, the Sith, he unites the Sith, like manipulates the whole thing, and then betrays everybody in the end. And it's like, I mean, committing that level of evil on the galactic scale is wild. My pick would have been Darth Nihilus again, but because he kind of sort of can't, he has to feed off of life forms in order to survive. I kind of like, it's not an option for him, so that kind of downgraded him a little. Vitiate, because Vitiate did this. This is his plan. Like he has no like conscious. He cares nothing for life at all. Like. So, and he doesn't have to do this. Like this is of his will, is within his willpower to create this scenario. So that's why he's my pick. So
his goal is for just domination of everyone, right?
Yeah, total galactic domination. And then, I mean, he also had Nihilus's power to drain life from a planet. Like he drained the life essence from the Sith homeworld, like the Sith capital of what is it? Zion. I think it's called. Yeah, is it Zion? I think it's Zion. Not Korriban. He left intact, but like it was. I think this world was like the second largest populace in the Sith Empire, outside of Dromund Kaas, which is like that's the Coruscant of the Sith Empire. It's Zelos. Sorry, excuse me, is the world, and he drained that world of all its life while the Republic and the Sith forces are on the planet surface fighting.
So he's not like Thanos. Because Thanos has a purpose, though.
Thanos definitely just like killed half the galaxy.
He did, but he had like more. He did it for more of a purpose, right? Like more of a.
He had some,
at least in his head.
In his head, yeah, like it's. I would say it's different from Thanos, because Thanos thought he was on some sort of like.
He was an anti-villain.
I'm going to save the galaxy. Like, this dude's not trying to save the galaxy. He's just trying to dominate it.
Got you.
I had a runner-up evil character.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
John Doe from the movie Seven, played by Kevin Spacey. He acted out the 7 deadly sins on people. That's how he murdered them.
Yeah. And that was a good movie.
It's got Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. They play the detectives that are on the case, the John Doe case.
I've never watch it.
Yeah, check that out if y'all haven't. That's a great thriller detective movie.
I'm gonna check it out.
That y'all recommended The Ghost in the Darkness, like episode 1 of this show, and ever since that, I have not been trusting y'all's recommendations, because that was not as good as you thought you remember it to be.
What movie?
I don't think that was my recommendation. Who's
Ghost in the Darkness?
What is that?
I recommended it.
Okay. That wasn't a thriller though. That was for like a horror, right?
I'm just saying it ruined all future recommendations for a while.
Hey, Coop, you got to bear that right there, right?
Yeah,
hey, that's cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as a child.
Yeah, but I like the most villainous people I see, like the most evil people, are the people that have like they're doing it for like no purpose. They're just doing it just to be bad.
Yeah,
they don't have not even
like
doing it as a game. Like
that's what I was trying to narrow it down to.
Yeah, the 7 deadly sins. He's having a game with it, and that's why I think Hannibal Lecter is a good one too, because he's not doing it for any reason really. He's just doing it because people pissed him off or whatever. He's just doing it.
You mentioned Jigsaw, but you didn't elaborate too. I would say he's up there.
Yeah, but I would include him for just because he's doing it as a game, and he feels like he's getting rid of undesirable people type thing. But I chose Ray from Dead Like Me because he was just bad. He had no purpose or anything. He was just an evil guy. He just did bad things.
Just doing it because he felt like it. Like
he was crazy, bro.
Yeah,
but like he was so sane. Like he knew what he was doing was wrong, and he did not care.
Yeah, that's. I mean, because
those are the scariest people.
Sauron from Lord of the Rings was on my list too, as well as Voldemort. But like I said, like Voldemort, I feel
they have a goal.
He's like Magneto. Like he's more like Hitler. He wanted a pure society.
Racist. He's absolutely racist. I think that's people. I guess they don't see it because we're talking about witches and wizards, but Voldemort is super racist.
He's
Muggle is basically a slur.
Yeah,
and if you see the what's the new movies, Fantastic Beasts movies, and Johnny Depp's character, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, he was the Grindelwald. He was the wizard before. He's the big bad wizard before Voldemort, and Voldemort got a lot of his ideas from him. So he's like original Hitler because he was actually even during the time period of Hitler. So Grindelwald was originally that wizard, and Voldemort kind of piggybacked some of the ideas off of him and put his own twist on it.
Yeah, that's why I like that Fantastic Beasts series.
I told you I watched Red Dragon this week, and the serial killer that's not Hannibal in that film is played by the same actor who plays Voldemort. I had never seen that anything except Harry Potter. This is the first time I've noticed him outside of it. He looks exactly the same. Like the moment I saw his face, I was like, "Hey, yo, that's Voldemort." I didn't even have to Google it. I knew.
Yeah,
he looked insane. Like he is terrifying to see.
If you look at the behind the scenes for Harry Potter, all they really did was put
his nose
prosthetic on the nose. Like that's really all they did.
Is his voice the same too? Does he have Voldemort's voice?
Yeah,
Harry Potter.
That's the same.
The boy who lived.
He was scary, and if I saw him in person, you got to go, bro. I'm gonna have to cross the street or something. I can't be around you. Also, Joffrey from Game of Thrones was wild evil, and
Yeah, I would put
Damn.
Joffrey.
Yes.
and he was a
Joffrey.
kid.
Yeah, because his motivations, I mean, he had no real like justifiable motivations. Like you
I
can't
was
The
even.
thinking
other,
of
the other guy
yeah.
too, though, from the house of Bolton, the torturer,
Yes, good lord.
Ramsey.
Yes, that one, that boy.
I was thinking about including the Joker, but I feel like he has more of a mental issue.
He's a chaos. Yeah, he's chaos. Like
because
he's
he
just chaos.
also has no reason for doing anything. He just does things. Just to
He's
do
he's
things.
evil.
He likes to see
That's
the
an
world
evil
burn.
man.
Yeah,
He likes to see the world burn. But I didn't
Yeah.
include him just because
because
he's crazy too.
yeah, he's chaos though. Like
He
that's all.
doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And but the thing that knocks him off the list for me is what he told Batman in Killing Joke when he was like, the reason why you keep trying to save me is because you realize that you're one bad day away from being me. I was like, oh my god, he just read Batman, like, because they are the same person, like,
Uh-huh.
like yeah, one bad day and Batman becomes Joker, just like
they're
that.
not the same.
Yes, they are. They are the same person.
But the
Okay.
Joker is kind of he thinks everybody's one bad
Batman
day
beats
away.
up people for parking
That's
tickets.
his thing. That's the whole Joker's thing. He's like, all
He wants to
humanity
push
is the
everybody.
same as me, and that
Yeah,
he
he
just
wants
push
to
them the edge.
push everybody to that point where they go crazy, and
And
that's
that's-
where he gets his laugh from.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you are crazy, just like me." But yeah, I didn't include him for that just because. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. He might even have a plan because his goal is to do that. But I see pure evil like just people just
like
do
like
bad
a
things, man.
Nurse Ratchet and One Flew Over the Cuckoo Nest. Y'all seen that?
I saw One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in college in my American film class, and that was wild.
Nurse Ratchet is evil.
Yeah. Also, Nurse Ratchet. There's a show on Netflix, a new show called Nurse Ratchet, and I've heard that it's pretty crazy.
Oh, that's what that
I
was.
saw that
bro?
today. Actually.
I
Like
was about to watch
preview.
it. I didn't no clue what it was about.
Yeah, it's about a nurse working in a psychiatric hospital who she need to be in a straitjacket herself.
Yeah.
I'm watching that. Sounds good
Yeah.
to me.
It's like, man,
Get to the comments.
Villanelle and Killing Eve. Killing Eve has been recommended to me on multiple occasions, and I just need to sit down and watch it one day. I have not seen it, and I've only heard good things. And Sandra Oh has been nominated for Best Actress in that series a few times.
Yeah, I heard that was good. That was on Showtime, right? Dexter.
Mhm.
Well, Dexter was a good guy though.
He's
right?
not
He was-
evil to me. I like Dexter. He was killing bad people.
he's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he just murders the murderers.
Yeah, once again, one bad day away from being the Joker.
Dexter.
Yeah, Mr. Lowe said Orochimaru. Yes, Lord. That's a great pick. That dude, he's definitely up there.
He is evil.
Yeah, if you had seen Naruto, bro, that dude right there. Oh my god.
And we want to get into spoilers stuff.
Yeah, no. That's one scheming, conniving dude right there, bro. That's whew. Yeah. If you like villains that are like real like schemers and connivers and like just just orchestrating stuff from behind the scenes and playing everybody on all sides, like Orochimaru is definitely one of those villains. Like
He's the wild card villain.
yeah, he's the reason why the world is screwed up.
The bad guy Inspector, the Mads.
Yeah, Mads character.
player.
Yes.
I was like, dang, he did all of that. He was connecting everything together. he was just torturing James Bond just to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, man, leave the man alone. He ain't bothering you.
What was
He tortured him for no reason. He just picked on someone, pick on him.
I was saying what's
Everything. He was putting the girls in front of like all the Bond girls, basically. He's saying I did that.
Yeah.
Dang.
the dude from No Country for Old Men, he's evil too.
Yes.
That's
Oh my
that's
God.
evil. That man, oh my god. That dude is evil.
But he was a hitman too, though. You kind
But
of
that's what makes it. Yeah, that's what you have to be evil to be a hitman, though.
I kind of liked him there at the end, though. I was
'Cause
rooting for him by the end.
At the,
I mean, well, at the end when
By
you
the end, I
realize
was
that
like,
like
let's go,
everybody,
man.
I mean, everybody screwed up. So like
he killed the girl at the end. in the
Javier
park.
Bardem.
Oh,
he's bad.
His
dude,
character,
man.
his character in Bond is good too.
Yeah,
That villain he played in what
Yeah.
movie was that?
that was
Skyfall.
the one.
Skyfall, right?
Skyfall, yeah,
Yeah,
Skyfall. That was good.
Another one is the governor from The Walking Dead. The governor was like before Negan. He was Negan, and I would say he's way more evil than Negan. Negan is definitely not a good guy. He's definitely a game player, but I would say Negan is a lot more fair. The governor was just straight killing any new people, was sending his henchmen out to just kill people who were outside. Like anybody new has to die. And if you were within the walls of Alexandria and you disagreed with his practices, I think, were they killing people publicly?
I don't think they did a public execution. I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember it too well. I just remember that he had the jars in his office with was it the heads in it? Or eyeballs or something. He had
it.
Like behind like a wall in his office where the door opened and it was jars of either people's heads or eyeballs or something, but it was people that he was executing. He was keeping trophies. I don't know if y'all watch Criminal Minds, but if you kill somebody and you keeping trophies, that's a serial killer, dog.
He also kept his daughter tied up.
Y'all,
in the
yes,
closet.
and his daughter became a walker. He didn't kill her, so he was just keeping her tied up.
Yeah.
Nuts.
I was just thinking of one. Y'all seen the movie The Strangers, the horror film?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, because
I didn't
what
see
freaked
that
me
movie.
out, it was based on a true story too. What
Yeah.
freaked me out is at the end when they're all tied up and they about to die. They asked them like, "Why are you doing this to us?" And their response was, "Because you were home." And they walked out the door and drove away. I was like, "Yo, what?" Because they were home.
Yeah,
And
that
they
was
just and then they drove around and just picked another person. They just
that's
going
a
around
good pick because they were
like,
evil.
"Oh, for no reason. They didn't do nothing to nobody.
Also,
They just chose them."
last week, a couple people said some things when I first brought up the topic. We had the Pharaoh from the beginning of the Lion King. Oh my goodness, the Prince of Egypt.
Oh man,
Mixing up Scar was evil too, but the Pharaoh, which is technically based on a true story, depending on who you are. So yeah, that was pretty bad. And then also the priest from the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what Pharaoh that's based on.
What about Tariq from Power? I don't know if you're a villain, but he's unlikable. He is highly unlikable.
Highly unlikable. That's the whole show up keeping him.
I like the new show though. I like the new show.
As far as kids go, I thought Joffrey would be eviler only because Joffrey was a kid. Imagine if Joffrey got to grow up. Joffrey was a psychopath. Psychopath, sociopath, one of the paths. He was one of them. And
he was definitely evil.
I think
might be
Joffrey.
Joffrey, he might be one of the top evil characters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, he is. He's definitely because his motivations are just not.
That incest.
Yeah. He just messed up in the head.
That's what happens when your parents or your aunt, your uncle, also your mother and your father. Uncle, daddy, and auntie, mama.
Uncle daddy.
Uncle daddy.
Auntie mama. Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
Speak of Uncle Daddy, y'all watch Claws?
I did
on TNT.
Oh no.
Series. I love that series. There's a character there called Uncle Daddy, but he's not. It's not incest. It's just the uncle's now the daddy.
I'm screaming.
Title Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy. I got that from somewhere. That wasn't a made up thing. Oh,
you probably got it from Claws.
Uncle Daddy was from True Blood. There were like within the show True Blood, that vampire show that came on HBO, there was like a group of werewolf people and they were an incestuous community. And this little girl came out looking for somebody. She said, "Where's Uncle Daddy?" I know. I'm pretty sure that's where I got that from.
You probably did. I don't know. But I got it from Claws. I heard that from Claws. Uncle Daddy. And that was a good one. Yeah, because he killed the person's dad.
Uncle Daddy's
And now
brother too.
So, real
Killed the
quick,
person's dad, and then took the place of the dad. Like, call me Uncle Daddy. I'm your uncle and your daddy.
the pharaoh from Prince of Egypt is based off of Ramses II.
That's what I was thinking. From 300, Ramses was pretty bad too.
Wait, the pharaoh
No,
that killed.
that's the you talking about the
No, he was in there. Oh,
Prince of
Xerxes.
Persia?
That was Xerxes.
Yeah, that's Xerxes. That's Persian.
Xerxes.
He's Persian.
Wait,
Yeah,
are you talking about Ramses?
Ramses II is because he was the pharaoh during around the time of the Ten Commandments would have been written. So that the Prince of Egypt pharaoh is based off of him.
And that's the one that was killing the children?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had slaves and stuff, right?
I mean, yeah, they were doing all type of
Like
they were doing all type of crazy stuff
man.
out there.
He pretty bad, man.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I want to see like a newer live action of the Ten Commandments? Like that old one that my grandma makes me watch during the holidays. I need a new one.
With like actual
that 4-hour film. I can't take that no more. I love you, Grandma, but I need something new.
They're gonna make it a 10-hour live action. Yeah,
I mean, let it just a newer
a
one, part
miniseries
two,
would be fire though.
I think it deserves one.
But no, honestly though, History Channel, their miniseries that they be doing on those are underrated.
Good, right?
Those are very underrated, yo. The production value on that junk is
History
high.
Channel, right?
Huh?
Isn't Vikings on History Channel?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a recommendation I should have said. I didn't finish Vikings because I was stressed out, like because of the show. But Vikings is great. It's made by History Channel. I don't know where you can watch it online stream. I want to say Hulu. You can watch Vikings on Hulu. But yeah, Vikings is great.
Can you watch it on YouTube TV?
I don't know.
Probably.
Bruh. Yo, I'm about to share my screen. This is have y'all ever seen the skull of Ramses II?
Yeah.
Little tiny thing.
This dude is a villain.
Yeah.
This man is a villain, bro. Like what?
Villain head, man.
This dude is a real life villain, man. Like what? Look at this bone structure, bro. That's crazy.
That ain't Ramses.
Yeah, it is, man.
Though.
No, that ain't. I don't believe that.
He said, "You don't believe it."
I don't believe that.
That is wild.
Look like an old white man right there.
Yeah, look like an old white man. That ain't Ramses II. Get out of here.
There you go.
I mean, I'm gonna say the nose is kind of wide, bro. I'm looking at nose.
Like
also,
right there.
Y'all remember when they were able to replicate the sound of a mum?
Yeah.
Like we did all that research, and then they
I
were
was like, boy.
Sound, and the sound was like, oh,
yeah, exactly. It was like,
Man,
why did they do that? These people
can you play that audio?
Yo, let me look right now, and then we'll wrap up the show with that.
Mummy audio, yeah.
Oh.
And it was
like we were so hyped.
I thought they were gonna say something. They couldn't put it into a word.
Oh my god! All right, hold on. Let me try.
Just Google mummy audio.
I saw it on, but I saw it on Twitter.
Well, be careful with the Twitter one because people were putting whatever sounds they wanted to.
Nah, I don't think I bookmarked that joint.
Yeah.
Be careful with that. Hold on. Okay, let me see.
But they made it into an IMAX trailer, bro.
Oh, no one has a timestamp for when it's actually.
Yeah, these videos alone.
I know. There was only like 2 seconds of sound.
Let me see. I got the article on it. I don't have it. Yeah, they measured the vocal cords of them.
I think they just what did they do?
They pushed some air through that.
Pushed some air through his vocal cords. It's like that scene in Jurassic Park when the dude was trying to make I
think I got it.
No,
I don't think that's the one.
that can't be the one.
Hold on.
That's not the one, but I got it. I got the clip. Let me share my screen.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's too much.
Can y'all? Okay.
Here we go. It's muted right now.
Oop, that's not what I wanted. How am I gonna do that? Okay. No thanks to all these pop-ups.
Produce a single sound.
Bad.
Hey yo, that is
They
retarded.
worked so hard, and then they were like,
Bad.
after 100
Oh man.
thousand hours of hard work, we were able to produce this.
Bad.
Oh damn, that's terrible.
Just imagine them back then, man.
They didn't have
Man. What if they talk like that? Man.
I bet you
No.
nobody listens to him at all.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So I think we're gonna wrap this episode on that.
Yes.
What was your background? What's your background?
Yeah, we gotta get to that. Imani, what's the community? What's community discussion
Yes.
for next week?
So for next week, well, I mean, maybe you should kick it off because next week community discussion is also a celebration for the kickoff of Starlight Beacon.
Starlight Beacon, which we kicked it off this week, but yes.
Yes.
Yes, we will continue with some. Wait, yeah, I forgot what you said the community discussion was. That's why I was asking.
Oh, well, tell people what Starlight Beacon is.
Anyway, so Starlight Beacon is the show where we talk everything Star Wars. We guide you through the galaxy far, far away. It's me and JBM talking Star Wars, and we are currently doing a rewatch and recap of Mandalorian season 1.
And
First episode dropped on Wednesday. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. It's live on the YouTube right now. Really good recap, really good discussion. We will be doing episode 2 this Wednesday at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
Yep.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so tune in for that. And then also on top of that, Thursday night at midnight, I will be doing a midnight stream of Star Wars Squadrons. As you can see in the background, I've been getting my X-Wing prepped and ready. Took her out for a test flight earlier today. You know, engines purring, sounding real good. The weapon systems, got a bit of tweaking to do on that. But she should be ready to go by Thursday at midnight. So check us out on Twitch at Certified Gumbo for my playthrough of the campaign. I'm going to start out on the campaign for Squadrons, and then I'll roll into some multiplayer. But yeah, Ace Pilot here. Ask anybody that plays games with me. If you need something flown, I'm the one flying it.
I might have to join you on that midnight.
Uh-oh. Yes, sir. So I'm going to post this out into the Gumbo community because we are currently recruiting some members for the squadron, bro. We need some pilots. Gumbo Squadron. We're looking, we look like we're a 2-man team right now. We got to build this squadron out. You can play 5v5 online, so we're definitely looking to fill some roster spots and some capable pilots. Join the rebellion. We got to hunt down those Imperials out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We also need some recruits for Call of Duty tournament, PlayStation versus Xbox.
Absolutely.
You have the skill. Let's get rocking an attorney. Might have some money on the table.
Oh, breaking out the dollars. You heard it here first, folks. Might be some money.
PlayStation is undefeated. PlayStation's undefeated.
PlayStation is undefeated in exhibition.
To play Among Us?
True.
Undefeated.
Oh yeah.
You said what?
Undefeated.
Among Us, yes. So we've been playing Among Us too in the community.
Yeah.
On Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join Discord. And you haven't played Among Us and you want to play, download that thing, man. Play with us.
Among Us,
great. It's great.
Fun game to play with your friends.
Absolutely.
But to celebrate the launch of Starlight Beacon, next week's community discussion is all about our favorite sci-fi space-related fantasy films and shows. We want to know what your faves are let's talk about it. This is not a horror convo. This is specifically sci-fi, fantasy, space. We all know spooky season is coming up. And we got some things planned for all the horror stuff. But next week it's all about what's your sci-fi and fantasy favorite space film and TV shows.
Facts, not fiction. And dude, make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 10 p.m. to watch me and Amani do a live reaction to episode 7 of Lovecraft Country on our show Aftercraft. Come join us. Come talk to us live. Let's react. Let's do this together.
Let's get it.
Love talking to y'all. And yeah, this is a wrap on this episode. Appreciate everybody for watching. Definitely. Yeah. Mark, thank you for joining last minute. It was last minute.
Thanks for having me
on the show.
Yes.
Thank you for agreeing to do it. Yeah, always looking forward to talking to you guys and talking to the audience here on the YouTube. And without further ado, I think we will sign out here. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody.
Just be more.
LeBron
James. Let's hope they black.
Yes, sir. See you on the Cookout next week.